certain extreme situations, the law is inadequate. In order to shame its inadequacy, it is necessary to act outside the law, to pursue natural justice. This is not vengeance. Revenge is not a valid motive, it's an emotional response. No, not vengeance. Punishment.
Tonight we have a chance to say, yeah, you're right. We're too extreme, we're too wild, we're too out of control, we're too full of our own shit. Or we have a chance to say, hey, fuck you, you're wrong. Fuck you, we're right. Because you have all made it to the dance. Because believe me, this is the dance. Start the show.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Welcome to the program. It's the Steel Toe Evening Show. I'm Aaron. We've got 2 hours. Oh, my God. So many things to talk about tonight. So many stories we didn't get to this morning. So many things I've been thinking of since we last spoke. Just some things I've been kicking around. Plus, of course, there's that little pesky issue of money. We'll tap into that a little as well. Or you guys can just start throwing 20s and 100s at me, and then we don't even need to worry about it, which, you know, my personal dream. Wouldn't that be something? You get to do your show, and as soon as you start your show, people just start throwing 20s and 100s at you. Oh, my God, I can't believe it's you. Oh, my God, this is so amazing. Thank you so much for all you do. Oh, you keep me entertained for hours on end all day. I have dreams about that, and then I wake up and I go, oh, that happened. And then no, it didn't happen, Aaron. Aaron, that did not happen. You need to be realistic and get your shit together. Or you guys can indulge my fantasies. Honestly, all kidding aside, great show. Thank you guys for starting it off already. Rusty Grammar with $1.99. Let's move that decimal point over a couple, and we got this shit knocked out. Free speech isn't free. You need to pay the piper. Oh, shit. People say that Rusty Grammar's kind of a tyrant. He almost cost us $50 today because Ace just went ape shit. He went ace shit. With the donations today, and Rusty Grammar had him banned. Now, I did say today, anyone who's banned from Steel Toe can pay $500, and we will unban them. We'll consider it their bail, and we'll see if they've learned their lesson. Somebody said, well, then are you unbanned forever? I said, no. If you fuck around, we'll ban you again. We'll take your $500, then we'll ban you. So I want to see if anybody takes us up on the bail offer. I think that would be really funny. Like, someone gives us $500 and they can't help themselves. Aaron, you're a faggot cucking, not a real boxer. Ah! And you're like, okay, well, we ban him again. See if he throws us another $500. Everybody wins. Plenty to talk about, plenty to do. I have so many. You know what? I need to go back to jotting down notes while I'm sitting here because I have about 6 things I wanted to mention, and I know I'm going to forget 4 of them. First off, I heard that Kevin Brennan, I got an email today from a Kevin Brennan fan who said that, Kevin needs your help. I like Kevin. I like MLC. I think Kevin does, like, the least toxic show out of all those drama shows. And I was like, well, what's the deal? And they're like, he doesn't know how to use Rumble because he's suspended from YouTube for a week. And he doesn't know how to do Rumble, and he's only doing like 600 people. Now, when we go Rumble only, we do anywhere from 12 to 1,400 people. I said it the week we were suspended and we knocked out all our goals. I said, you can say whatever you want about this show. You can say whatever you want about its fans. It's better than the drama show that you like. It's a more high-quality show, and none of them could get banned from YouTube and not miss a beat like we did. You can call me arrogant. You can say you hate me because I'm cocky, whatever. As the great poet laureate Bob Ritchie once said, it ain't bragging, motherfucker, if you back it up. And when we go to Rumble, we knock everything out. I don't think anybody else can do that. We bring a shitload of people with us, too. But they said, Kevin's having some trouble with the Rumble part of things. Can you help him? And, yeah, I can. But also, I feel like that's something like Kevin would probably want to ask me about. I feel like Kevin might want to, he has my phone number. He would contact me. I think Kevin's just going to try and get through this week and then fire it up again on YouTube. I think that's probably more his speed. Like, by the time I'm done teaching Kevin the ins and outs of Rumble, his suspension will be over. So, what's the point? And then, did you guys hear about our boy Unique? Do you remember Unique? You remember Kyle? Unique had this issue. Ex-April's Parents Hobby Farm. You used to be a big fan of the show. This really makes me sad. I'm going to have to cut you loose, buddy. I'm really sorry. You've just gotten really psychotic, like commenting about my life and shit. And it's just weird. It's just odd. It's strange. You're weirding. I'll just be honest. I'll own it. You're weirding me out. Like, you just took a weird turn the last week or two. And it's strange. Like, I've met you before, like at live events and stuff. You just kind of, you've got, I'll be honest with you. It's happened before with fans. You got weird on me. No offense. I'll own it. So you don't have to. But as far as the Kevin thing, or the Unique thing goes, Unique had a little battle with alcohol. And happy to say he kicked it. He got into some legal troubles. He got clean. He goes to AA meetings now. He's talked about all this on video. I haven't talked to the guy. Just been listening to his channel. And I got to say, man, I have a special place in my heart for people who get clean, for people who get sober. It's not weakness. It's one of the strongest things you can do to admit you have a problem. Like, all the addicts I've met now who have gotten clean, and like watching the bravery that they have, it's pretty fucking amazing. It's pretty incredible. But Unique did the same thing. He hit rock bottom. He got help, and he's back. He's making videos, and he's clean. That's amazing. A lot of people, they use as a crutch. They go, well, I can't stream if I'm not drinking, or I can't stream if I'm not inebriated in some way or another. As a guy who's been a professional at this for almost 20 years, let me tell you something. You're always better sober. Nobody is ever better drunk. You're always sharper. You're always ready to go. You're always, you don't need that. That booze is a crutch. Always has been, always will be. So it's nice to see Unique learn that Kyle learned that he can get off the booze, he can get clean, and he can keep doing content. And he still sounds like an absolute dipshit like he always did. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm proud of him. So I don't know. If Kyle sees this, if Unique sees this, congratulations. Keep it up. As they say in that business, one day at a time. And I hope you're in a happy place, Mr. Neek, if you will. Adam Simon with $1. Thank you very much, buddy. And a couple of gifted memberships over on YouTube. Where's Adam? There he is. $73 for old Adam this week. Funeral director with $2 says, I miss Mrs. Joy Reid's show. There's ex-April's Parents Hobby Farm just talking about like legal bills and shit. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand what that means. It's just kind of weird. It's kind of weird, to be honest with you. Let's go to wait, hold on. Anytime I hear Will say fake, I just went into the chat just now. Anytime I see Will say fake news to somebody, I think that they made a rumor that he's dead or has AIDS or something, and I have to read it. It's just, wait, TV's Will Heron got clean. you're just a really lucky person, I think, if you just don't have that problem to begin with. Like, I'm a lucky guy. I've been around, like last year I was around drugs a lot, and I never developed that dependency. I think the main thing with me and drugs is that I don't like how not sharp you are when you're on them. And when you talk for a living, sharpness is very important. Drinking, I'm a fucking lightweight. I'm a pussy. I can't do it. I've never been a good drinker. It's never been something I've been good at. $5 from Ryan just writes rock on. Thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate that. $5 starting us off at 190 this evening. Thank you guys very much. Just chip away at it slowly. $5-10 at a time. Or like I said, if you want to throw $100 at us, I'm fine with that too. Again, PayPal, Streamlabs, Venmo. Thank you. I don't know. I just don't have that. I was born a lightweight. As Sam Show says, you got wasted on 1.3 beers. Yes. Billy Bob Norris with a good point says, you wouldn't have made it as a DJ in the 70s then. Drugs for days. Oh, yeah. When you talk to the old timers about radio. Wait a minute. I got to stop. I got to get out of the chat here because there's too many funny things. Kloppo Graham says, Aaron gets wasted with mouthwash. Thank you. When you talk to those old school guys from the radio days, oh, man, they talk about cocaine and weed and you did it all the time. And I just thought to myself, because I always did a talk show. I never did the music thing. You know, even when I was in Litchfield, they just let me do what I wanted. It was a terrible talk show. It was a 19-year-old doing a talk show. It was fucking awful. But they let me do it. That's what small market radio was for. And I was like, how did you guys do cocaine and weed and everything else? And then I realized they would say, like, we'd put on a record. It would be 5 minutes long. And then there would be another record we had to put on that was 5 minutes long. We'd talk for 15 seconds in between it. A 10-minute break. So it's like, oh, okay. So you had 10 minutes to just fuck around and you just did drugs. All right. I just can't imagine it. Can't imagine it. Getting old is going to suck for you, Aaron, says Atomic Ray. Might want to think about hiring a Canadian maid one weekend. You're saying I should die because I'm not good at drinking? I'm not good at drinking, so I should enroll in the Canadian maid program? Jesus. Chad Buzamok says, Aaron can't do edibles. The 10-day hangover kicks his ass. You're right. I had the story goes, what I was told by the great Corey Adams, he gave me half an edible on my birthday at the casino. And I had a complete freak out. I was hallucinating. It was one half of one chocolate edible. I don't know what Corey's milligram count is. I assume he's got a hell of a tolerance these days. But I will say this. I was walking behind people and I thought they were yelling at me. Like my buddy Shane. I was walking and I thought my buddy Shane, this was in the days of masks. This was during COVID. And we were walking on the floor of the casino and the lights and the noise were fucking killing me. And my buddy Shane, I swear to God, my buddy Shane turned around and he went, would you shut up? You're embarrassing yourself right now. And I was like, and I looked to the person next to me and I went, why is Shane yelling at me? And they go, Shane's over there at the blackjack table. He's playing cards. I don't know what you're talking about. I had half an edible and I'm fucking hallucinating. I'm imagining people yelling at me. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I just don't have any tolerance when it comes to that stuff. It just whatever the gene is that makes that stuff fun, it skipped me. I like drinking. I enjoy drinking. I just don't do it that much. Again, because I suck at it. Chugi Show, thank you very much for the $4.99, but I'm not, obviously I'm not talking about it for a reason. Thank you. My Lost Interest says, Aaron got high when Corey shared 1/4 of his chocolate chunk bar. Clapogram says, Aaron on LSD makes me think he will see and hear Gordy speaking Mexican. I don't know. Again, that's another thing that I just don't have. I just don't have a want to do it, you know? Triple N says the introspection might end him. Believe me, I've been far more introspective than I would say most people. In fact, once you do have to kind of take stock of everything in your life, you realize how rare of a thing it is, and you feel really lucky that you got to do it. So no, I don't. I think there's other things about LSD that would fuck me up. I'm not trying to fight with you, Triple N, of course, just correcting the record there. 190 away from tonight's goal. Go ahead and knock it out. Throw in a couple of bucks. I was also thinking schedule change today. Because I was sitting around today, bored as shit. I'm just sitting around, and I'm like, fuck, I should just go live now. I should just go on right now, this instant, and just, go for it. And I was like, no, I haven't announced the time change or anything else. But I think in the summertime, I think I might go 6 to 8. I think I might go 6 to 8 starting in the summer. Anonymous says, what were you on during the hot tub stream? Nothing. Hot tub stream, that was just, I was having a couple of beers and had a cigar, if I'm not mistaken. That was just me being me. McBuster, Aaron on Reefer. How did all these dicks get in my mouth? Now, first of all, that joke is not fair for many reasons, McBuster. Number one, multiple dicks in a mouth is very difficult to do, I believe. I don't know. I would have no clue. I would have no idea. But that would be very difficult. And then to not know how the dicks got in your mouth would also have to be some kind of lie or a cope. So that is, obviously, I would never say that. Thank you. Fuck you, dude, says, I wouldn't mind 6 to 8. 7 is getting late for me now. All right, as my audience gets old and boring, I'll go on earlier and earlier. So springtime or summertime, we'll make the switch to 6 to 8. Funeral director with $5. Thank you very much. Bringing us down to 185 this evening. Thank you. Says, I just fucked up painting my 95 Civic hatchback fenders. I'm fucking fuming, bro. Need more frost white paint. KJ Fury with $5 says, hell yeah, toe time. Absolutely. Look at everybody just, they're chiming in. They're saying yes on the 6 to 8 change. All right, maybe we'll make that sooner than I thought. Thank you guys very much for trickling those dollars in, $5 at a time. Very nice of you. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Rumble Rants, Super Chats. Looks like 180 is the number. You guys keep going the way you've been going. We'll knock this thing out in no time. Thank you very much. You see all these other people chipping in. You throw in 5 or 10, or go fucking crazy and just, like I said, throw a hundo. Like, we get, you evening show people, you get mental sometimes with your contributions, and I love it. Let's take a look at the WHMH 101.7 Top Donations board. Adam Simon is currently in first place, but he's at 73 now. Ace is in second place, tied with Schweitz for 50. And Thermodyne Diesel is at $40. Down at number 4, he's tied with Kurt. And then there's Sanford's Son with $30, and then a bunch of people at 20 and 21. Big log jam, but you can break right through it with just a couple of bucks. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, and Rumble Rants. Well, boys and girls, Joy Reid said goodbye today. We say goodbye to Joy Reid. We talked about her a lot in the morning show, so we don't need to retread over that ground. But since our morning show went off the air, Joy Reid posted a farewell video. Would you guys like to see how Joy Reid is taking her dismissal from MSNBC? Judging by the face, well, first of all, she had Kevin Garnett open for her. And I'm sorry, Dikembe Mutombo went on in front of the microphone before she did. That was, see, I don't know why you would have an opening act for a goodbye from MSNBC, but Joy Reid felt the need for Mount Mutombo to be the one to open up. And when she asked if she could have her job back, Dikembe went, no, 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 no. I don't care what you think. I'm proud of that joke. Sam with $2 says, Heil im Holte. Wow, thank you, Sam. Heil. I know in this audience that's an esteemed phrase. Adam Simon with another gifted membership. Funeral director with $2 says, opinion on murder civic. Hashtag no joy for joy. Opinion on murder civic. Totally gay, bro. I agree with you. We're down to 175. Thank you very much. I love this chipping away a little bit at a time. Everybody with the 5s and the 2s. Keep it going, guys. I'm enjoying this very much. 175 away from overtime and a perfect day today. So let's see what Mount Matumbo Joy Reid thinks about her firing from MSNBC.
My show had value.
So we're just gonna lie right away like that? You're not even gonna lube it up first? You're just gonna bullshit us right off the drop? I thought when you get fired, Joy, it's time for introspection. It's time to be honest. It's time to shoot us straight and tell us what you learned. My show had value. I mean, I guess I will agree in that sense. Everybody loved the clips. And I think it's cope and troll bullshit to say, hey, I just want you to laugh at it. No. I had my thoughts on it. My thoughts may have been funny, but I was using her show clips to bounce off of and create content for myself. So I can't do that loser troll cope that I just watched it so I could make fun of it. That's what insecure people do. I watched clips of Joy Reid's show because I found them genuinely entertaining. Okay, so I disagreed with them, and I made fun of her, and I made jokes. I still consumed the content. That still makes me a fan. There is going to be a hole where Joy Reid was, and I don't mean a female host. There's going to be a content vacuum now because Joy Reid's gone. Whoever they put in there, they're not going to be as bombastic. They're not going to be as crazy. They're not going to be as racist, quite frankly, as she was. And I'll be honest, I'm going to miss that.
And that, I'm sorry, that what I was doing.
Oh, boy.
Had value. And
You just yelled at people all the time. See, look, believe it or not, I try to be compassionate when people are contrite and they're sad and whatever. I do try to be compassionate towards that. I think it's important. But this is not a contrite person. This is a person who called people like me evil, called me bigoted, called me all other kind of things that I am, and I didn't like it. This is someone who judged people by the color of their skin all of the time, by their political votes. She judged them. And she assigned them value based on that. And if she came on and she was like, I guess that was wrong. I just don't belong. But then I've been there before. Everything's all right. I'll just say goodnight and show myself to the door. Then I would go, all right, let's take it easy on Joy Reid. But she's sitting here doubling down. She's saying my show had value. My show was important. It contributed. Yeah, to everything that's pulling this country apart, it contributed. But if you're going to sit here on the day you got fired and you're going to go, nope, my show ruled, it was awesome, the bosses are retarded, they read the numbers upside down, it was a 9, not a 6, whatever, then I don't think you deserve any sympathy when you start crying. You got fired for a reason. You were a dick and nobody liked you. And now you're just going to sit here and double down on that and then expect people to cut you some slack.
in the end, I'm sorry, I try not to cry on TV. And this is kind of like being on TV. So I
Good news. You're not on TV anymore. Cry away, baby.
apologize. And then it mattered. I see Karen is there, and she's been texting me as well. And so what I will just say is that in the end, thank you.
It doesn't even matter.
Where I land is that the moment that of guilt that I felt, that I went hard on so many issues, whether it was the Black Lives Matter issues of a young baby or a mom or a dad that was killed, or when we opened up people's eyes to the fact that Asian Americans were being targeted and not just black folks. That
wait a minute. Asian Americans were being targeted. You mean during COVID, right? You mean targeted during COVID? Did you ever report? Because the media jumped on that too for about a week or two until the video started coming out of those anti-Asian attacks. And then all of a sudden the inconvenient truth came out there and they went, let's stop reporting on the whole anti-Asian hate crime thing.
Or went hard for immigrants who've done nothing but come to this country like my parents did and try to make a life and defended them. Or whether we've talked about what the president is doing that is subversive to the Constitution, that is injurious to our liberty, defending.
Yeah, you see, guys, Joy Reid was just fighting for the underdog. Really, she's the victim here. Nothing about how she attacked people for being Republican. Everybody was a Nazi who likes Trump. It couldn't be that, the American people just were tired of bullshit and wanted something different. No. It had to be that we were Nazis and we just wanted an evil guy to take control.
Books that people find inconvenient, that Nicole Hannah-Jones put into our spirit, that we need to understand 1619 as the real founding of this country, whether it's talking about any of these issues, and yes, whether it's talking about Gaza and the fact that we as the American people have a right to object,
But that's not why you got fired. They didn't say we're getting rid of Joy Reid because she objects about Gaza. They got rid of you because, much like this rant, you're boring and you're oblivious.
Babies being bombed. And where I come down on that is I'm not sorry. I am not sorry that I stood up for those things, because those things are of God. I'm a church girl too, and those are the things that I was taught were of God. And so I'm not sorry. I'm just proud of my show.
All right. Well, look, you should be. Congratulations. You had a good run. But I mean, for that to be your takeaway when we've all seen what you did and what you were, I mean, that's wow. She's like doing the whole I wouldn't change anything. I'm like, really? Because your ratings were in the shitter and they cut you loose. You wouldn't change anything to maybe grab a few more eyeballs? Steve C with $5 says, Aaron, your face and everything about you makes me not like you, if that makes sense. Bro, that just means I'm really good at this. My job is to make you emote. Some people, they love me. Some people, they think I'm hilarious. They think I'm great. Other people, they need me on a level. They can't fucking stand me. They see my face and they go, I want to smash that guy's fucking head in. And that's how you know I've got you by the fucking balls. So thank you, Steve C. I appreciate it. You're the biggest kind of fan that I have, for sure. Jesus, I went to the chat just to see what people were saying about Joy Reid, and the J word is coming up a lot. A lot of Jesus Christ, you guys, you really just kind of hit that gas. Triple N says, way to have a hateable face, dude. I know. I'm really sorry. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to work on it. I'm going to work on having such a hateable face. All right, guys, 170 away from today. Thank you very much. KJ Fury, thank you very much for becoming a Baby Boot member over there on YouTube. We appreciate that. 170 away. Keep it going. Keep it going. 199 from MN Vikings says, playing PGA Tour 25, it's a good game. Ladies and gentlemen, you have the news update on PGA Tour 25. By the way, Tatler is here because he's another huge Steel Toe fan who can't get enough. Thank you, Tatler. Appreciate it. Always good to see you, sunshine. One of these days, you're going to admit, I'm really fucking good. Klopogram says, some people call Aaron the Space Cowboy. Some people call him Maurice. Now, why is it Morris? In the song, it's clearly Maurice. The Joker lyrics. Let's get this figured out here. Yeah, it's Maurice, not Morris. What the fuck are you talking about? And I love that pompatus is a word that they have to put in lyrics because he just said that shit. MSO Reverse says, like a puppet on cue, easy to see what gets your goat. Yeah, we kind of got Tadler caught up. Like, just kind of, it's almost like we bait them and then in they come, or one other person baits them and in they come. I like it. Thank you, MSO Reverse. I agree with you. Atomic Ray says, Johnny cannot play sports. Cruel bitches over there on YouTube. What? Johnny cannot play sports. I don't know what that means. I mean, I know what it means literally. I don't know what it means figuratively. I always go until the chat misses, and then I go, all right, that's my cue. On to the next thing. 170 away from today. I have a suggestion because, this is all about money, of course. I have a suggestion. Let's get under 125 by the top of the hour. Let's get to or under 125 by 8 o'clock Central Time. What do you say? And I'd like to see you christen the. Oh no, you got the Venmo. That's right. We did have Venmo christened. I'd like to see you christen the PayPal. Oh, never mind. Jesus Christ, you guys.
And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
I need to write someone down who's going to become the new number one. Steven with $190 over on PayPal says, first time donation. Have you ever heard of the I've Had It podcast? It is as bad as The View. You should check it out for content. Well, Steven, your first time donation of $190 is fucking insane, and we will be checking that out right now. Thanks to you. Appreciate it. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen.
But I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Yikes. Oh, MSO Reverse, you thought the puppet thing was me? Oh, dude. Best puppet master around here, bro. You gotta get those ears and eyes checked, my man. All right, well, thank you very much, guys. That means we are, $20 into tomorrow? Appreciate it. Someone says, make sure that contribution is real. Well, here, why don't we do this? Here. Let's just do this real quick. I'll play along with you guys. Here we go. Transfer. There we go. Oh, no. I clicked the wrong thing. Shit. Well, damn, I cost myself $8. What are you going to do? KJ Fury with gifted membership over on YouTube. Thank you, buddy. Steve C with $5 says, you can't help the resting, condescending face. Oh, I do that purposely for you, pal. Or the hairline and weak shoulders or arms. How dare you? I'm all that is man. These things are just the way they are. All good, bro. Oh, Steve, you and I have no heat. You are a big fan. You've given me $10. I appreciate it, pal. I love it. Thank you so much for your support. There we go. So what do we got? Atomic Ray says, tomorrow night, fuck the morning viewers. They suck. Oh, no. You guys always get your over. The over always goes to the next night. You are good there. So thank you very much. So what did Steven say? What is it? I've ever heard of the I've Had It podcast. Well, let's check it out. Let's take a look at the I've Had It podcast, since Steven gave us $190 tonight. Let's honor the man's wishes. I've Had It podcast. Oh, these are like people. They do things. I thought this was going to be like some tiny little podcast or whatever. These guys do numbers. MAGA is a public display of mental illness. Oh, this could be good. Steven says these two are worse than The View. Let's take a look.
You know me, I love trash talk. And
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. These people might be worse than, who are the fat, ugly broads who love the pedo? The two, God, what do I call them? The hot flash girls. they might be worse than those. Well, not many people are used to worse than those two. Those two are just envious, jealous. Ooh, are they? You read it all over their face. Something went wrong a long time ago, and they haven't been able to right the ship. But maybe these two are worse. Let's take a look.
love when people call Elon Musk names that are well-deserved. And so Senator Tina Smith says.
So do you guys, is Sam Show going to jump in on this one or no? Or is everybody jumping in? I'm not in the chat right now.
I bet a lot of people have an experience like this with the bad boss. There's an email in your box on Saturday night saying, prove to me your worthiness by Monday or else. I'm sick. I'm on the side of workers, not the billionaire asshole bosses.
Let me tell you something. When you have any kind of job, especially if it's sales related or, where they can't keep an eye on you and track you, everybody fills out or talks to their boss and explains to them what they did all week. That's a very common thing. Federal workers are so fucking spoiled, it's unreal. Federal workers have this thing where for the longest time, they've had zero accountability. They've had zero need to prove that they actually do anything. They just take taxpayer money in the form of salary. They show up, do whatever for probably 6 hours, not even a full 8, and then fuck off and go home. So now the idea of someone coming in and saying, tell me exactly what it is you do here. When they bring the Bobs in from Office Space to talk to these people, they act like it's, rounding people up and putting them in death camps because they've been so unaccountable for so long. One of the things that's going to smack these federal workers in the face is just how not real their job is compared to the rest of the world. The idea that being held accountable for what you do is considered this, oh my God, this terrible aggression against workers just shows you what a fantasy world public work really is. Because in a private business, you're fucking with somebody else's money. They want to know what they're getting out of you as an employee. In the federal government, it's all the taxpayer money. We can't watch you. We can't keep track. So all these bureaucrats who are also, cashing a big check to do absolutely nothing, they don't give a fuck because it's not their money they're checking on. Now you got Elon and Trump, and they're like, hey, show me what you do. Prove to me your worth. And they think, how dare you? I like that these people are finally getting to realize how the real world works.
Elon Musk responds, consistent with President @real Donald Trump instructions, all federal employees will receive an email requesting to understand what they have done last week. Failure to respond will be taken as resignation. So that's what he sent out to federal employees. So Tina Smith, I read her response. Then she says, this is the ultimate dick boss move from Musk, except he isn't even the boss. He's just a dick.
By the way, that's our senator from Minnesota, Tina Smith. Yay. Aren't these the same people who say that Trump downgrades the quorum of, the decorum of, political life, and he cheapens the rhetoric and this and that? Okay.
How much do you love Tina Smith?
I have to tell you, it's...
Oh my God, these two look like monsters from a dream. What? They look like they belong in Pan's Labyrinth. Holy shit. And they do hundreds of thousands of views, by the way. They're very, very popular.
consistently women
It is.
that are standing up to this. It is, you see the Maine governor, you see Michelle Obama
Right.
refusing to go to the inauguration.
I thought you said just women. I love that. They see not going to the inauguration as a sign of fighting back against Trump. She hates her husband and they're getting a divorce. That's why she wasn't there.
You see Karen Pence, mother, not going to the inauguration. You see AOC, you see Jasmine Crockett, you see Tina Smith. And this is what the people want. Call him a dick. We need to have some fangs. And it's the women that are standing up, because you know what I think?
You know what it is? Yeah. You know what the thing people think about liberals, and they go, they just don't bitch enough. They got to have some fangs. Yeah, you guys don't control anything. I mean, in government, you don't, but like the media and everything else, I mean, all we hear are your opinions. You guys had fangs during the entire election, and we just didn't give a shit. So, I mean, the fucking delusional world. Elon is in there going, hey, prove to me what you did. And they're like, look at all these women pushing back and fighting back. Tina Smith called him a dick on Twitter. Millions of people do that to Elon Musk every day. Come into my chat. Numero uno Josh Denny fan does it every time he's here. It's not you having fangs and fighting back to go, Elon Musk is a dick. There's a word for that when you have steel-toe derangement syndrome. We call it seething. That's what people do at me all day long. They seethe because I haven't died. I haven't done what they want me to do. So they're angry and they seethe about it because they want me to do a certain thing. They think it's the Truman Show when in reality I'm the puppet master, and they get mad and they seethe. That's all Democrats are doing. You're just getting mad at Twitter and calling Elon Musk a dick while he actually moves on and does shit. I'm sorry.
I think white men are so used to being privileged, they don't know how to fight this.
I completely agree.
No way. What? Both of you angry, aging broads agree that us men are the problem? I did not have that on my bingo card for the, what's this show called? I can't remember. Who the fuck's it? Oh, my God. This show is textbook.
How they fight it is run around saying masculinity is under attack. Instead of achieving more, being better, they want to attack the people that are surpassing them with skill and education because they are.
Who's passing them with skill and education? Donald Trump built a real estate empire, turned his father's millions into billions. Tina Smith has done nothing but suckle off the taxpayer teat her entire adult life. Stop it. This is delusional thinking. Trump derangement syndrome, steel-toe derangement syndrome makes you equally. These two are to Trump what the hot flash broads are to steel-toe. Just grasping up at him and trying to get whatever they can because they've lost it. They got nothing else. Woof. Thank you, Stephen, very much for recommending this. We might check in with them from time to time now that Joy Reid's gone. All they have to say is masculinity's under attack. We're not saying that now. The men are back in charge, and look, shit's getting done. Things are getting cleaned up. Every time your people went, well, we can't do that because there's bureaucracy, and we have to make sure that we're not harming anything. Men got back in charge, and they went, take a fucking wrecking ball to this shit, and if we destroy anything important, we'll try to glue it back together. So, what is it, $160 billion so far? Doge's cut? Nice. Wow, Steven, that was, you nailed it, buddy. They are bad. Gray Duckling with $2 says, I'll fix her. Adam Simon with $2 says, she's all yours, bro. And Loaded Wrench with a couple of bucks says, check out Moses Heap's Dabs of Durkee. I'll have to check it out at some point. Oh, yeah, look at that. And choose. I went into the Rumble chat. People are writing, switch it back. Oh, man. Well, there's one fucking ghoul. I mean, that doesn't say anything about background. Yankee says, I hip news. I wish they would fall and break theirs. Well, that's mean-spirited. Sean Lenane. I haven't seen Sean Lenane around the show much, but they've only written a couple things this week, and they've both been very good. Sean Lenane writes, underbiting underdwellers. Oh, my goodness. Oh, speaking of steel-toe derangement syndrome, there's SMCJCK. Oh, my God. Imagine just my life is just your obsession all day long. Puerto Rican prostate puncher says, didn't you say older women got your rocks off now, Aaron? These bitches should give you a good chub. When I didn't say older, I said people my age and a little older, like 50 and under. They do it for me. I don't know what to say. You see that picture of what's her name? Ariana Grande? Oh my God. Is that drugs? We talked about it a little last week. Is that drugs that did that to her? Because she is a skeleton. She's a bag of bones. That's alarming. Triple N says, yeah, I agree 100%. They think those jobs were reflections of merit. It's insane. I mean, these people who think federal jobs are worth a bucket of piss really do amaze me. I mean, it's not hard to do the math on it. Anytime I've figured something out, I worry about people who haven't, because I'm just a dumb guy watching shit, right? And you look at a federal job, it's paid for by taxpayer dollars. There's no profit incentive, meaning there's no production. They don't produce anything. Their job costs more than it does anything they produce in it, because if that weren't true, they'd be in the private sector making something. I mean, by the very nature that we have to pay for it with our taxpayer dollars, instead of investing in it so it provides a return, the work they do, by evidence that we have to pay for it with taxpayer dollars is evidence that it's a worthless fucking job. Turd Burglar says, look at that beak on that thing. Profile shots. Ew. I mean, they are not. Puerto Rican prostate puncher's mad at me now. He says, you said older, fuckface. I'm sorry. I apologize. People are saying in the chat that the Ariana Grande thing is an eating disorder. Like Eugenia Cooney. Maybe it might be that. Maybe not drugs. Maybe it is an eating disorder type of thing. Sam with $2 says, all you think about is see men. Hey, wait a minute. I think he's trying to... You scoundrel, you. You naughty, naughty boy. All right, guys. Go ahead and sit back, enjoy the show. Anything you contribute tonight goes towards tomorrow night, because we've knocked out the goal already. If you're here because Steel Toe just drives you nuts and you're looking for some kind of consolation, don't come to me right now. It's going to be bad. About 300 of you hanging out, checking out the program. Thank you very much. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit follow. We do appreciate you joining us tonight. Speaking of Joy Reid, she was one of many people who ended up getting fired from MSNBC. They got a new president of the network, Rebecca Cutler, and she's been living by her last name. She'd been cutting a lot of people. Mark Lazarus, the CEO of MSNBC's parent company Spinco, which is the network spun off from Comcast and separated from NBC News. Jen Psaki, the former secretary in the Biden White House, will be on at 8 o'clock Central, Tuesday through Friday. The hour is currently being hosted by Rachel Maddow, who's returning to 5 days a week for the first 100 days of the Trump administration. I mean, MSNBC thinks they have something in Rachel Maddow. How long does she have to not get numbers? How long does she have to not be interesting? How long do people have to basically ignore her before you go, I think we like the idea of Rachel Maddow more than we like Rachel Maddow? Now, Maddow will return to her hosting eponymous show only on Monday nights, and Alex Wagner, who had replaced her in the hour of the rest of the week, will lose her show but remain as at the network as senior political analyst. All right, who else is out? A new group of hosts will be appointed to host a morning and evening edition of The Weekend. MSNBC host and Washington Post associate editor Jonathan Capehart will be one of the co-anchors of the morning. Wow, I really don't care about any of these people. I really don't give a fuck. You guys care about MS? You care if I skip the rest of MSNBC's primetime lineup for the week? Oof. It's terrible. Joy Reid canned for low ratings. Should compare them to Maddow. Yeah, how are Rachel Maddow's ratings? Maybe I'll eat my words here. Rachel Maddow ratings. I look like an asshole. 2 million. Wow, February 13th. Evening news ratings. Rachel Maddow show has 2 million viewers. Is that a lot? Fox News and CNN's top 2 programs. The Five, followed by Jesse Waters in primetime. All right. That's not even fucking close to Fox News. Primetime Fox News. Look at that. Fox News is doing 5 million people in primetime. And MSNBC is doing 1.5 million in primetime. So even when Rachel Maddow gets 2 million people, that's less than half of what Hannity gets. So they're making this big deal. They're going, oh my God, Rachel Maddow, she gets 2 million viewers. Fox News would fire everyone if people started getting 2 million viewers. To give you an idea, Will Cain, who's on at 4 p.m., does double the audience of Rachel Maddow. The Five kicks the shit out of her, as does Jesse Waters, doing almost 3 times her number. Gutfeld, an hour later than her, does more than twice the numbers. And something called Gallagher, that's on at 11 p.m., does almost 1 million more people than Rachel Maddow does. So again, this is what I mean. I think over at MSNBC, Rachel Maddow is safe because she has tallest midget syndrome. Everybody at MSNBC sucks. Chris Hayes barely clips 1 million. Joy Reid barely gets 1 million. Ari Melber barely gets 1 million. Stephanie Rule gets, is that 60,000 people? Yeah, because it's times 1,000. Oh, no, that's 600,000 people. Okay. So Rachel Maddow gets 2 million and MSNBC's like, wow, we have to keep her. I mean, that's incredible. It's like, that's less than half your competition's audience. You've got to get rid of her so you can get bigger than 2 million. You're getting destroyed by Fox News. But they think Rachel Maddow's the shit. They think Rachel Maddow's incredible. She's the bee's knees. Gray Duckling with $5 says, when does Ricky Lake air? Let's see. Probably about 30 years ago is when Ricky Lake airs. By the way, thank you, Gray Duckling. 39 for him now. What? 50 is where the bottom is right now. $50 is. Oh no, hold on. Wait a minute. Adam at 82. We got 190 for Steven. Yeah, and then Ace and Schweitz are tied for third at $50. Sean Linane with $5 says, here's to a better tomorrow. Love the show. I like that attitude. That's the spirit, Sean. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Billy Bob Norris says, I remember when MSNBC obviously leaned left, but tried to be fair to both sides. And Coulter worked for them at one time, for crying out loud. Oh, fuck that noise. Tucker Carlson worked for him at one point. Yeah, Chad Buzamok says, are we not updating the board live? That was fun. Should do that more. You know what we could do? I have a great, hey, Buzamok. I run some of my decisions by Buzamok because Buzamok likes a lot of shows and hates a lot of shows, and he's very fair. He doesn't show like preference. He shits on everybody. He likes everybody. So I run some of my decisions by Buzamok. Like, I'm worried if I run them by Rusty Grammer, he'll go, yes, sir, boss. Boss. You's the best, boss. Ain't nobody's better than you. So I run my shit by Chad Buzamok because if it's good, he'll be like, you know what? It's worth a shot. Buzamok, what do you think instead of sitting here rattling cans for 5 minutes, I hook up my second mic over here by the board for the last 5 minutes when we're short on the goal, and I do like the Steve Kornacki thing, and I update the board live. Could be kind of fun. What do you think? Not a bad idea. I know there's a lag on Rumble, so I'll wait a minute. We'll see what Buzamok thinks about it. Buzamok says he loves it. All right. Maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe for the last 5 minutes, we'll go on the board here, and we'll just let you guys, make me a dancing monkey for the last. Sean Linane says, with a dance. Now, wait a minute. Let's not fucking add shit. Next thing you know, you guys will have me doing it in a 2-piece. I'm a whore. I love doing my show. Anything I can do to make my show profitable to the point where I can keep doing it as I've done the last 4 years. Little secret, I'll do it. I will do it. My lost interest, I love this. He goes, MSNBC should hire Bryce Mitchell. Oh my God, yes. You know that Dana White is not renewing his contract once he leaves. I would love to see Bryce Mitchell get a job doing like a nighttime talk show. I mean, just imagine. We watched the the flat earth thing he did this morning. Could you imagine this shit on primetime cable news opposite like Hannity?
Hitler, hell and the Nazis. I really don't think that he was, because I honestly think that Hitler was a good guy based upon my own research, not my
By the way, Bryce Mitchell's own research, he also informed us today, the earth does not rotate.
my public education indoctrination. I really do think before Hitler got on meth, he was a guy I'd go fishing with. He fought for his country.
I wouldn't want to be seen with him in a boat because everyone would see that mustache and go, those guys are blowing each other behind the lily pads. There's no way they're not having sex with each other. Like, I just don't like what Hitler's look implies. So Bryce Mitchell can go fishing with Hitler all he wants. That mustache, if you're going to tell me that's not a ball tickling, blowing you upside down mustache, I don't think you know.
He wanted to purify it by kicking the greedy Jews out that were destroying his country and turning them all into gays.
See, like, you would think that Jews, with their drive towards profit, would be able to put up with a little razzing from a guy like Bryce Mitchell just to give him a show because they'd make way more money. Like, Rachel Maddow never says anything anti-Semitic. All right, great. Yay. Awesome for Rachel Maddow. She also doesn't draw dick for ratings. Hannity almost triples up on her. Gutfeld almost triples up on her. The Five almost triples up on her. So, put Bryce Mitchell on, people won't be able to leave their televisions. They'll be turning their TVs back on and turning their computers off because they'll have to hear what the hell Bryce Mitchell is going to talk about. And then keep this guy. Keep this Rolly Delgado guy because he needs to be there making these faces as like the window to the audience. And Bryce Mitchell can be, and you also have to keep the shitty camera where he's in both shots. Bryce Mitchell's not going to take a hint from this guy's face anyway. He's just going to keep barreling through. Let this replace Rachel Maddow, and I guarantee you'll have huge ratings. I don't know what kind of advertisers you'll be grabbing, but you'll get ratings.
They were gaying out the kids. They were queering out the women. They were queering out the dudes. They were, you know what her first tranny surgery ever was?
What?
Happened to be in Germany before Hitler took over. You know the books that everybody makes fun of?
Okay, so SP and I quote this on an almost daily basis. We haven't done it today, but I'll make sure I do.
Before Hitler took over. You know the books that everybody makes fun of Hitler burning? You know what the books was? Queer books.
One of us says that every day. Queer books. And it's usually me. I mean, she'll do it once in a while. It's usually me, I'll admit. I just walk around the house and I'll go, like if there's, the kids have a little art shelf and there's little art books on there that they color in or they paint, or they use their paint sets or whatever. And I have to clean the fucking table when they're done. And they have these books, and if they leave them lying around, I mean, not when they're here, after they're gone, of course. If they leave them lying around and I have to pick them up, now I just go, queer books. That's what they're leaving around. Look at this. They're painting in them. These are queer books.
Hitler burned queer books because Hitler didn't want a bunch of queers destroying his nation. They can't produce children.
But what?
Okay.
What? Where did you hear that? So, I don't know. I'm just saying, see how he looks on camera. Give him a shot. And yeah, I like that idea. Klopogram nailed it. You know what he could do? He designed the set like a bunker. Like, don't have him do it in an actual bunker. Like, have him do, like, have a nuclear bunker set, and we'll have the Bryce Mitchell show. My lost interest. That was a perfect idea. That was really good. The guests need to be in blackface. Thank you very much, Atomic Ray. Clopogram, this week's topic, how queer's Hollywood? Is Hollywood queering out the kids? Are they reading queer books? Dude, don't, I'm warning you right now. Don't get in the habit of saying queer books. You won't be able to stop. You will not be able to stop. You'll just be walking around your house talking to your dog or whatever, and you'll be going, oh, reading queer books. It's impossible. Let's go in and throw some thank yous out. As Packer. Thank you, As Packer, with $4.99. Says, can't stand NBC News, but even getting rid of Lester Holt, he probably is off to CNN. Yeah, Lester Holt is out as well. He's like their main news guy. Fire off the Keith Olbermann drop.
They are afraid.
Ron Knitska with $69 says, put that on your hairline and smoke it. Nice double entendre. Now you're at 101. Thank you very much, buddy. $69 from Ron Knitska. Put him on the board. Yes. That's the Yankees, I think, right? I'm a Minnesota guy. Sorry. $69 from Ron Knitska is good enough to put him in third place. Thank you very much, buddy. You guys are now 135 away from tomorrow night's goal. Holy shit. Thank you for an incredible start to their to the week. I appreciate it. Clopogram says, I want producer credits. You know what? I think that's great, Clopogram, because they're going to be hard-pressed for people willing to put their name on the Bryce Mitchell show. That's going to be, you're a really gracious guy for going, for saying that, hey, I want a producer credit. Everyone else will be thinking of stage names and shit that they can perform under as a Bryce Mitchell producer or whatever. Clopogram will be the only one be going, all right, it's Kloppo. Don't misspell this, fucker. This is serious shit. He wants to, I believe Clopogram wants to shepherd the Bryce Mitchell show live from the nuclear bunker. I mean, you got to admit, it would be must tune in TV. You got to know what the fuck this guy is talking about the next night. Clopogram says, wow, I say nuclear bunker and the feds hack my phone. Well, yeah, that's, I mean, old habits die hard. What do you want from me? I could have told you. Did you guys see the video today of Alec Baldwin threatening to snap a guy's neck? I got to tell you, I love Alec Baldwin. Always have loved Alec Baldwin. He's one of those celebrities who's anti-Trump, and I don't give a shit. I just like that he's got kind of that alpha energy for Hollywood. You know? When it comes to like the Hollywood energy, the Hollywood vibe, does this make sense? Because I'm not saying like Alec Baldwin's like a man's man in general, but for Hollywood, he's kind of got that vibe about him. It's a soft place, and he looks like kind of a hard ass because he goes after the paparazzi. He gets in physical entanglements. He fucking killed a lady. Like, how much more alpha do you have to get? He shot a lady on the set of a movie. He's a bad motherfucker. So Alec Baldwin is... Now, look, Sam Show, I didn't say that Alec Baldwin was Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson's got alpha energy for the world. Fuck Hollywood. Mel Gibson's got alpha energy for the earth. Alec Baldwin, use your ears and you'll hear me, Sam Show. Don't wait to jump down my throat here. Alec Baldwin has the energy in Hollywood that I think you need to confront some of these paparazzi assholes. I've always enjoyed his work on that. Well, some guy was trolling him in the street, and he came up to him doing a really obnoxious Donald Trump impression. And before Sam Show loses his mind, I think this is funny. I think what this guy is doing is funny. However, you're doing it in public. You're getting up in a guy's face, and if he beats the shit out of you, I don't think you should be able to go, what? I wasn't doing anything. I think if you take the risk to go up to somebody in public and start fucking with them and filming it, it should be legal to have your ass kicked. That's kind of what makes it a funny thing to do, is that you're risking taking a beating. If you can go up to anyone and just start fucking with them and they hit you and they get charged, that's no fun. That's a chicken shit move. You know, you take the punch, you got the troll in, good for you. This guy, I like, in a weird way, I kind of feel bad for Alec Baldwin in this. Let's take a look.
Alec, it's your favorite president. Look, Alec, I will offer you a total pardon, because I want to be friends, right? I want to be friends. I will give you a total pardon for murdering that woman if you kiss the ring. Kiss the ring, Alec. Kiss the big, beautiful ring. Come on.
Can I say the first obvious part? It's a really shitty Trump impression. Like, I don't even feel like he's trying to do the voice. And also, his adrenaline's got to be going ape shit. You know, because he's going up to Alec Baldwin and going, "You murdered that woman." I mean, his heart's got to be pumping Kool-Aid right now.
Come on, Alec. Come on. Look at Alec Baldwin, right? He did that impersonation of me. It was not too hot, not too good. But look, we're back in office. You lost. Kamala lost. She's somewhere getting intoxicated. Look at that suitcase. Unbelievable.
The mannerisms aren't bad. The mannerisms and, like, the inflection isn't terrible. The voice is just off.
Well, Alec, if you don't want that pardon for murdering that woman in cold blood, you can call it first degree. You can call it whatever you want, but it was not good.
Or as Norm Macdonald would say, all right, manslaughter.
She's looking down on me right now, smiling, happy. Thank you for confronting the man who took me out, who killed me. And that's okay.
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
No, you realize, by the
Whoa.
way. No, look at me. I want you to look at me.
Sure.
You got a camera on me here?
The ring? No, it's the ring.
But you realize my kids live in this building, right? But I want you to know something.
We love the children. We're doing great deals for the children.
So be real careful.
Okay.
If this camera was here, I'd snap your fucking neck in half and break your fucking neck right out. So you know that, don't you?
I kind of like that. I think that's fair. What? I think we've gotten too much. We're too terminally online. I think we need to bring back some of that "I'll fucking kill you" energy. I think people need that now. I think they've gotten too used to hiding behind shit and not getting their ass kicked. That's why I give this guy a little bit of credit. He's physically going up to the guy. And I think it's totally fair. People are like, "Oh, how can Alec Baldwin say that to that guy?" No, that's a fair thing to say. If a guy's going to come up and talk shit to you like that, threatening his life, I am totally fine with. I'm totally okay with threatening to snap that guy's neck.
Okay. All right, Alec Baldwin. Alec Baldwin, ladies and gentlemen, class act. Believe me. Believe me. Okay. Oh, he's yelling at me. I'm a citizen of this. I was born and raised in New York City. I love you, Alec. Alec, look, Alec, you don't want to attack your favorite president, Alec. Look, I love you. I love you, Alec. He's got more balls than De Niro, that I can tell you. De Niro ran away. Alec confronted. That's good. He's strong, but also he's weak because he murdered a woman. So that's okay, right? Look at this guy.
To be honest with you, I'm fine with both of them. I think both of them got their say, so to speak. This guy got to do his Trump sketch. It does take, I got to give him this. It takes balls to walk up to Alec Baldwin and go, "You murdered a woman." Like that. That's tough to do. And then Alec Baldwin, said in no uncertain terms, like, "You understand if this camera was in your head, fucking break your neck." I like that. I like that energy. I like that vibe. I think that's a fair thing to say. And, this guy finished his little spiel and then moved on. I'm cool with this. I think this was a good exchange. I do. I think this was a solid exchange. He should have not said "murdered that woman." That's bad. I don't know. Why can't he say murdered? Why can't you say "murdered that woman"? They're not in a fucking courtroom. Sean Linane says, you all know if we were Alec, we'd be doing 20 years minimum. I don't think Alec can do time for telling a guy, if that camera wasn't here, I'd break your fucking neck. I think that's fine. Or at least if it's not fine, in my country, it would be fine. You could do that. I like that. My Lost Interest says, if someone says, stop it or I'm going to punch you in the face, and they continue, then you should legally be allowed to punch them. Would stop a lot of this nonsense. I agree with My Lost Interest. If you say to someone, hey, back the fuck up or I'm going to knock you out. Not like kill them. Like he's like, I don't think Alex should legally be allowed to snap that guy's neck like Hodor did Ramsay Bolton's guy in Game of Thrones. I don't think that should be allowed. But I do think if he's like, if you don't back the fuck up, I'm going to knock you out. And then they keep being an asshole, you should be allowed to knock them out. I think that would be fair. That would be, you want to talk about living in a masculine culture? That's what a masculine culture would look like. You're being a little bitch. You can be knocked out for two things, hitting someone or being a little bitch. But you get a warning. I agree with My Lost Interest. You get a bitch warning. You get a bitch ticket. If you don't take your bitch ticket and get to walking, you can be beat the fuck up. Then the only people who would pull that shit would be guys like Alex Stein, who are like 6'4". They're big dudes. They can take care of themselves. That's fine. Sean Lenane says 20 years for not this video, but past. Oh, yeah. Killing the lady. Yeah. Well, there was a Brady violation, so he got off on a technicality. You know? He's free to kill again. He's free to take another life if he wants to. Oh. You know what no director will ever say to Alec Baldwin again? Cut! After Alex, a one-take guy from now on, especially in a firearms scene. All right, guys, that's good. Nope, Alec. No, I don't think you flubbed that line at all. You did great, baby. You're looking fantastic. That's a one-take Jake. Knocked it out of the park. Love you, buddy. Bigot on Socialist Media says, what about if you warn them, then try to knock them out, but get your ass kicked? That's part of the deal. That's part of the deal. MSO Reverse. Yeah, you're kind of mentally ill. A little mentally ill there. That's a little crazy. Loaded Wrench with $2 says, Aaron punched me for doing the Chad/April voice. Wait, what? I've never done that in my life. I would, if you did a good impression, I would laugh, sir. I would appreciate it. We got Gray Duckling with another $10 over on PayPal. Thank you.
Stop dipping into your ketamine stash. Put down the bomb.
And another $5 from Gray Duckling. And they both have penis and boob emoji things on them. Thank you, Gray Duckling. That puts him at $54. No, it doesn't. That puts him at $56 for tonight. And I think that's good enough to get him in the top four. Let's take a look. Steven in first at 190. Adam in second at 82. Ron Konitska in third with 69. And yes, Gray Duckling in fourth with 56. There we go. And that $15 goes towards tomorrow night. Guess what? We are 120 away from tomorrow night's goal. Wow. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Kloppo says Alec will never be in a violent movie again. No, Kloppo, that's the worst way to think. Of course he should be in a violent movie again. Are you kidding me? He's so believable now. Alec Baldwin in a movie where he's just killing people because they look at him funny? There's no more believable role for Alec Baldwin than that. That's the way to go from now on, is only cast Alec Baldwin as a killer. Oh, we're missing out. Nah, Doom, I'm not into that stuff. Look, a wolf does not concern himself with the opinion of sheep. Don't get so... Don't come to this show for drama. We have actual like content and things we can talk about. We do a show that those other shows can't do, Doom. I'm sorry. You know, like your no offense, but your boy Onion tried to do a talk show like I'm doing. 3 people watched it, and he had to ride my coattails. Sorry, facts hurt. That's the way it is. I am so glad I don't have to do it. I get to stand up on high and watch other people talk about me. That must mean I'm disgusting. Speaking of Alex Stein got into it with a black chick. Not like that. Alex Stein broke the number one rule of broadcasting. The number one rule of broadcasting, especially out on the street. Never let a black lady take your microphone. Let me tell you something. You give a black lady your microphone, she ain't giving it back. She's keeping the damn thing. Alex got mixed up with a black chick, I believe, in New York City. I could be. Oh, no, this is LSU. This is in Louisiana. First, Gray Duckling with $2. Thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate it. Gray Duckling now at 58 for this week. Let's take a look at Alex Stein at LSU mixing it up with a black chick. MAGA hat triggers crowd of black women. You know, one thing you got to say about Alex, just like that guy who did the Trump impression, Alex has got balls. Alex goes, he walks right up to places like this. Remember when he walked up to those guys holding rifles at some trans book reading event and he just started taunting them? Take some balls to do something like that. Adam Simon, thank you for the gifted membership, buddy. Appreciate that. This is Alex walking up in a MAGA hat, making black women mad.
Hey, give one to Mike. That's it. What's going on?
Oh, I'm sorry. The woman's in the MAGA hat. Alex comes in and just innocently. You know who's the most overmatched in this exchange? This poor little Asian guy. Just riding a bike. He's just there dropping off a delivery, and he's like, oh, my God, I just want to know which one of you had the beef with broccoli. I have other deliveries I need to make, and you guys are really putting me behind.
What's going on?
It's my understanding.
What's going on?
Give me the thing. Is it my...
Alex, no! Mistake number one. Oh, my God, the guy from Tires really gained a lot of weight. Holy shit. This is an unfortunate looking dude. We really don't kind of age into our bodies until like our mid to late 20s, do we? So Alex goes up to a black woman. The black woman takes his microphone. Alex, black women do not give up the mic, bro.
My understanding that you said yes or no. I need a yes or a no answer. Not the politically correct answer, not the Republican answer. Is it my understanding that you said black women only have babies to cut a check? It's very...
No, that's not what I said.
Wait. Sam Show's like, no, that's what I said. Don't fucking give credit to Alex. By the way, I bet Alex said that at one point. Whether he was being funny or whatever, I bet Alex has said that. Black women only have babies to get a check. I mean, I would argue that some people of every color sometimes squeeze out babies for the government benefits. Yeah, I mean, they're like the lowest people among us, white, black, Latino, Asian, doesn't matter. I mean, if you're squeezing out kids because it's easier for you to stay on government assistance, you're kind of the lowest form of human.
That's not how I said it. You just created a new thing. First of all, that's not how I said it. Here. Yeah.
Can you relocate it?
Oh, come over here. No, I said some black women take advantage of social services. Because if one's done it, then I know that it's happened. I'm saying, yeah, because I know there's women that said that they've had babies because they get more social services.
I mean, that's true. It's a weird hill for her to die on. You said that black women have, like, it would be a lot funnier if Alex just went, if she went, you said that black women only have babies to get a check. And Alex was like, yeah, what's your next question? I know it's not politically correct, and Glenn Beck's going to call you into the office, and he's going to be like, Alex, we can't be going around looking at black women in the face and tell them that they only have children to get a check. You got to just fucking tone it down. I know. Alex. I know. Between you and me, yes, we both know that, but you can't just go around saying it. But Alex is giving the not totally backing down answer. He's like, yeah, some women do have babies so that they can stay on social services. So he's not fully backing down.
So you tell me no black woman has ever had a baby?
What about the white women that do it?
I'm saying white women too. I never said. It's funny because I never said a white woman never did it.
6 or 7 babies.
And I never said that a white woman.
That is like, that's a weird argument that this woman's trying to put out there. Like, hey, white women that do it are pieces of shit too. Because like that's like a weird argument. You're not uplifting anybody. You're just making everybody a piece of shit in this equation. You're like, yeah, but there's black women that have babies so they can stay on social services. Well, white women are pieces of shit who do that too. Yes, you are correct. Would you like to keep going? I would agree with you all day long.
Didn't do that.
Why did you target black women?
Because we were talking about black women. We were talking. Yes, I am. Yes.
So I need to let you know that the times are different. If you're sitting here looking at this crowd right here, you see how diverse this crowd is? So I understand.
It's the first diverse crowd ever. See, what Alex doesn't understand is these college kids that are standing there, they're the first kids to ever be diverse. See, Alex didn't know that. And, you know, I could go on these little trips with Alex so I could explain these things to them because Alex clearly doesn't understand that, Alex, this is the first generation of people that have ever had white and black people stand next to each other and hang out. It's never happened before. And you don't know that, Alex, because, you know, you're about my age. We're old now. And we don't realize that these kids today have found out a completely new and different way to do shit that we don't even get. You know, kind of like we told people that were 15 years older than us back when we were that age. Yeah, same horseshit.
Are you saying what? I know, but what are you mad about? Well, I know, but what are you mad about?
For being born. Sorry. I just watched Tombstone.
You're mad about what? So listen, yes you are. I know, but I'm asking you. I know, but I'm trying to ask you. I know, but
this is where you break the tension, guys, and what you do in this situation is you just look her in the eye and go, honey, could you crip walk for me? Because that'll break the tension, and then you guys can, you know, dancing is the universal language of peace.
Okay, this is the thing is.
Times are different.
Okay.
So if you're going to come up here with your tent and your buttons,
yes,
and you think that Trump is over here doing all this stuff,
yeah.
I don't understand why you over here. You got women over here wearing "Make America Great Again" hats. They don't care about her. They don't care about us. And I'm trying to figure out.
Who doesn't care?
Trump. But it's okay.
See, you have Trump derangement syndrome. You have Trump derangement syndrome. Yeah, you've been brainwashed. Trump wants to help you out. Yes, you have.
That is, I mean, I've said that about, like, since before the election. I've been saying, like, Donald Trump's going to drag people like this kicking and screaming into a better life. It's so weird to me. Like, why any American taxpayer, well, I guess these are college kids. I don't know how much taxes they pay, but why any American taxpayer would be against the government, attacking the government, and saving the taxpayers' money. That's a level of brainwashing that I just can't comprehend.
Yeah, you've been brainwashed. Yes, you've been brainwashed. And you're probably vaccine injured, too.
You know what? That's a new one. I like that one. I'd kind of like to steal that one from Alex. You're probably vaccine injured, too. God bless.
Yeah, how many vaccines do you have?
Loaded wrench. I gotta put this
Stop
one up.
dipping into your ketamine.
Loaded wrench with $2. Alex should do a card trick. Just have Alex go, is this your card? And everybody in the crowd, oh shit, oh my God, oh shit, look, he pulled your card. Oh shit, girl, he pulled your card. Because a lot of most black people do believe that street magic is voodoo. And Alex could really neutralize all of these arguments by simply pulling in a 4 of hearts from the deck. He's got a 1 in 52 chance to be right.
How many vaccines do you have? How many vaccines do you have?
I'm asking you a question.
Yeah.
I was never done talking. Why black women were targeted? I just want to know. Because I'm sitting here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That'd be funny. Like she points out 10 black women. That'd be funny if Alex went, yeah, and 3 of them would be knocked up by the time they graduate, and they'll be single moms, and they'll be on government assistance.
Listen.
What the fuck is fucking Black Panther doing here? Like, what are we? What is this? What is this shit? I see quarterbacks do that when they grab their shoulder pads. That's about it.
I love black women. It's just
let go of your dick, you homo.
It's funny. No, you're trying to gaslight me and trying to make me out to be
Oh, that's a card trick. He just pulled the 3 of hearts out. Is this your card? Blam, on the table, bitch. You're gaslighting me. So you got to speak their language. Tell them that they're manipulating you and gaslighting you and that you feel victimized. I like that.
You're trying to act like I don't like black women. So listen, I love black women. I think you guys need to learn, especially when you get off this campus, is that life is not fair. You know, yeah. I know.
I love that Alex just told a bunch of black people that life isn't fair, because you know they're like, we know that, we black, we know that life is. What do you think in his heart Alex smiles the biggest smile on the inside when these people just lose their shit at something he says?
So that's a harsh reality. No, I just want to try to wake people up like you that want to constantly play a victim because of something that happened 200 years ago. Yes.
Oh, shit. This is what I'm talking about, man. Alex will walk right into the lion's den and just say shit. I love that.
Yes, that's what you guys are acting like. That's why you guys are getting all mad. I mean, that's exactly what's happening. So
I would love for Alex to come do this at the U of M. I would go with him and provide any camera work, anything he would need. I would love to be with Alex on one of these and just watch him trip people the fuck out.
To talk, I want to have this conversation. Let's have a conversation. Right.
But instead, I feel like I'm at the goddamn zoo. I'm sorry. I apologize.
What about
brainwashed? You keep saying it.
No, certain of you ones that have been arguing with me are dumb. Yes.
Certainly the ones that have been arguing with me are dumb. Oh, I love that. I like that he's not doing like a change my mind kind of thing. I like that he's just going out there and just fucking with people. I like that. Oh. Less than 10% of them are sober right now, says Bigot. I don't know. MSO says, did he just say these kids today? I think so. I think he did just say these kids. I mean, you got to think Alex is getting to that age where these are these kids today. It's a whole generation. Alex is almost 40. So this is a whole generation younger than he is. It's a whole new group of people. Whole new group. She wouldn't treat him like that, says McBuster, if Alex was wearing a tuck-friendly leotard from Target. That's true. That's true. If he was wearing something tuck-friendly, you cannot go after him. You cannot go after him. My Lost Interest says Alex totally bricked him. I just love that he goes in there and then I love that it's not even to make a political point. It's just to go in there. They're like his wind-up toy. He goes in there, he winds them up, lets them run, and then when he feels they're running out of juice, when he feels like they're running out of gas just a little bit, he just winds it back up again, and he just says something to kind of trip him out one more time. Like he was losing her a little bit on the welfare queen thing. So then he went, "You're gaslighting me," and then she came right back at him. I gotta say, it's fine work. It's fine work. All right, let's go into the Dan Bongino thing. I don't know if you saw this today. We didn't get to it this evening, but Dan Bongino has been named the new deputy director of the FBI. Now, I'll be honest with you guys. All I know Dan Bongino from is him having a show, and I think he owns a piece of Rumble. I could be wrong about that. That's a quick Google search. Does Dan Bongino own Rumble? He created it? I did not know that. Dan Bongino agrees to equity stake in Rumble. Okay. So he does own part of Rumble. He does own a piece of it. Say what you want. That's a good business move for him to take the deputy FBI director job. That's for sure. He's a former Secret Service agent. Okay, that's what he did before he was a talk show host. All right. Well, good. I mean, that fits with what they're trying to do in the FBI with Kash Patel and all that stuff. Holy shit. They are Donald Trump continues to impress me with these moves he's making, man. I mean, he is putting unconventional people in these roles. And all of the people who have been lifelong politicians and lifelong government people, they're all saying the same thing. Trump, we argued with that Republican Never Trump guy on Friday. He called in. And he's like, all of these people are underqualified. And I'm like, yes, that's my favorite thing about them. My favorite thing about Bongino, Patel, all these other people, is that by traditional Washington, D.C. standards, they are unqualified. Because the qualified people, like Rachel Levine for Health and Human Services, the qualified people that keep losing billions of our dollars and can't pass an audit, the qualified people who have been running USAID for all these years, if those are the qualified people, I want people that those people think are absolute mouth-breathing retards to be in charge. And let's burn the fucking thing down. I love that. So as far as Dan Bongino being the deputy FBI director, I don't know if he's qualified. I don't know if being a Secret Service agent makes you qualified to be the deputy director of the FBI. But I am so in a mode of fuck it, let's see what happens. Like, guys, it's only 4 years. If he fucks up and it's all shit, we can try again with somebody else. Let's see what happens. Like, after watching the last 4 years and after watching how far we fell, I'm ready to just try some shit. You got to remember, we got a $2 trillion annual deficit. We got a $36 trillion debt. Fuck, let's try some shit. Let's throw some people in there that don't belong there. Let's throw some people who go, I want to take a meat cleaver to government spending and just see what happens. Because best case scenario, we find out that we can cut $2.5 trillion worth of waste and fraud and abuse. And we can balance the budget just on that. And then America enters a new golden age. Dollar gets stronger. Debt goes down. Got a surplus. Maybe you're getting some tax cuts and some money back. Worst case scenario, it totally blows up in our face. Government institutions fall apart. Basic services can't be provided to all of us. And it gets really hairy there for a while. All right. Then we'll go through a tough time. We'll try again. And then we'll know. We'll know that, we need all this government. But all of these government types are so scared of all of this cutting that's going on and all of the proposed cutting that's going on. They're scared for a reason. They're scared because they know that we're going to find out that we can do without all this shit. They lose power. They lose money. So, yeah, let's try Dan Bongino. I know some people in the chat were going, this is a joke. I watched his show one time. I thought he was retarded. Let's try a retard. That's my take. Like, if you're trying to figure out where I'm at, I know Soft was in the chat. He was saying, oh, Aaron's on some red meat conservative bullshit. I'm totally not. I totally don't give a shit about liberal conservative. I'm really interested. I have been waiting for an experiment most of my adult life. Stop it. Stop it. Fucking stop it. I've been waiting for a great government experiment my whole life. And I was pretty black-pilled going into this election going, I'm never going to see it. It's never going to happen. I'll settle for some slight semblance of it. Instead, it looks like we're getting that and way more. Why don't we try it? Why is it that we all just kind of walked into the good night of $36 trillion in debt and we went, oh, well, it's not good, but we'll do it. But the minute someone tries to go, why don't we tear all this shit down and see if we can save ourselves some money? People are like, oh, no, what do we do? This is crazy. I would argue that getting $36 trillion in debt is crazy. I would argue that spending $7 trillion a year, two of which we don't have, is crazy. I think tearing that shit down and trying to balance it out is the reasonable thing. We've been crazy for a while. So, yeah, I just, I don't know. Now, Blukey says he needs to fix his website before the FBI. All right, fair enough. Look, if the FBI runs like Rumble, it's going to be a little tough these next 4. But that's why he's the deputy director and Kash Patel's in charge. Sam Show says, oh, yeah, good news. Did you hear the Pope is dying of kidney failure? Is it official? I saw that he was in the hospital. The commie Pope, the Pope who, like, basically teaches shit that God never said. Oh, God, he looks like fucking dog shit. Pope Francis, that's 9 hours ago. Still in critical condition due to kidney infection. Oh, no, now it's a lung infection? Day 10 in hospital for lung infection that led to early stages of kidney insufficiency. So he had a lung infection. Now it's fucking up his kidney. So apparently his status is improving, but he's still in critical condition. Yeah, maybe bigot on socialist media is right. Maybe he's getting a med bed. Maybe he's getting a med bed and he'll be totally fine. My Lost Interest says Trump reportedly considering giving every person a check for $5,000 in light of the success of Doge. I hate to be a rain on the parade guy. I don't want to stand between anyone and $5,000, probably even myself, but I'd rather we get the budget under control. I'd rather we get the books. Once the books are balanced, then we can talk about everybody getting some money. But I don't really see how, what is it, 150 billion? 150 billion. God, that's a big number. Holy shit. Divided by 5,000. That's 30 million people, but that's only like 1/4 of the workforce. I guess if you go household, it gets a little closer. But but don't we get in trouble when we do that? Like when we just print well, I know it's not printing, we saved it, but like when we just give people $5,000, doesn't inflation go fucking berserk like it did during COVID? I don't know if we want to put all that glimmer in play. I don't know if we want to put all that glimmer out there for people just to spend. I'm not sure about that. Everybody has $5,000, raise things by $5,000. That's just it. You just throwing an extra $5,000 in everyone's pocket. All it's going to do is bid up the price of goods. So Mediaite's not a big fan of old Bongino. And they put together the 5 craziest moments of his career. And I wanted to play all of these for you. Mediaite didn't even provide links, video, nothing. They went, here's the 5 craziest moments from Dan Bongino. And then they just told you shit he's done. Okay. Again, you can always tell when these people are scared, like when these people are worried or when they think that something might go awry for them if this happens, if they just start making baseless attacks, It's like Trump derangement syndrome is like steel toe derangement syndrome. When they come at the toe, when the toe's doing well, it's just their frustration. You're catching the flack when you're over the target. It's not my fault that you can't say goodbye to me. It's not my fault that you can't say no. It's just, it is my fault. I'm that damn good. Do you remember Natasha Lyonne from American Pie? You remember the lesbian from American Pie? She's really concerned about our modern politics. She was on the red carpet of some Hollywood event recently, and she wanted to let us know that she's very concerned about a very particular issue, and that is 12-year-olds who need to have abortions. Now, I would argue that being in a culture where 12-year-olds needing abortion is a regular problem, we've already failed. Like, it's already fucked. It's over. It's done. It's finished. If a 12-year-old needing abortion isn't like a once a couple of years or once a decade thing, we're fucked. Like, we're in a really bad spot if that's we're way past Roe v. Wade at that point. We're in just full-on Sodom and Gomorrah at that point, and a meteor needs to come and wipe it out so we can start over. This is Natasha Lyonne. And this is a great example of why we should only listen to Hollywood actresses when it comes to politics and it comes to social issues, because they really have their finger on the pulse of the country. Let's listen to her.
Ah, wow, what a guy. Yes, well, when the orange drips, you know, it's very weird to have, like, a showbiz guy.
Sam Show, let it go. Leave it alone. I'm not even looking at the chat right now, bro. I just know. I know. No. Listen. I know. The accent, I got it.
In charge is surreal. I mean, because, well, I'm actually pretty horrified by how
She sounds like, okay, Sam Show, I'm sorry, I can't help it. She sounds like a caricature. She sounds like a Jerky Boys character. Donald Trump being elected president has left me very injured. They broke my glasses. I can't see, goddammit. Is she doing an impression? Because I'm uncomfortable. Like, is it possible to be Jewish and also the way you talk is anti-Semitic? Is that possible? Because I feel like that's what this is. Like, your accent is bigotry towards Jews, and they're like, well, I'm Jewish. I don't care. It's still offensive.
strategic and effective this whole thing has been. And I think there's a real disconnect in all of the noise around, like, the individuals that are going to be really taking the hits on a individual, like a human basis, in the trans community, gay community, black community, you know, women, like.
Don't worry, black people and women, an approval rating poll came out today. Black people and women are growing in support of Donald Trump. His latest poll was 8% above water, 8% more approval than disapproval. So don't. There's nothing worse than when these fucking white women or these Jewish liberal women start talking like they know anything about how black people feel just because their womanly intuition told them. I hate it when white liberals or Jewish liberals start going, oh no, what I'm really worried about is black people. You've never given a fuck about black people in your life. It's your thing. You're upset. You don't like it. Fucking own that. Sit there and say, you know, it's kind of like Jesse in Breaking Bad where he keeps telling Walt, tell me you want this. I hate it when these people want to whine and kvetch and bitch about the fact that they lost an election, but they don't want to come off as whiny. So they don't own their feelings. They instead pass it on to a marginalized group and they go, oh no, why I'm really doing this is for the trans people or the black people even. That's why they name groups that have nothing in common. They're just like, let me throw out more groups that I'm doing this for so I look altruistic instead of just being a sore loser with a mental condition.
I hate violence so much, and I just think it's that's the part of it. Like, this country's always had, you know, insanity, but to really have like a death toll and be willing to do that is
what I have to ask, what the fuck are you on about, as our English friends like to say. This is why we need to ban journalists from asking actors and actresses questions about politics, because it's just a minute 47 of complete diarrhea.
A pill too great for me to swallow, like beyond the sort of dialectic around oligarchs and whatever else. It's like when I think of the kids, or like the 12-year-old girl that can't get an abortion or something, or
a 12-year-old girl shouldn't be able to get an abortion because she shouldn't be getting fucking pregnant. Again, if that's a common problem where you live, we need to do some headhunting in your neighborhood, because there's a lot of red flags. And if we check the offender registry, probably a lot of red dots. If that's a problem in your neighborhood,
you know,
God, that whole world, that whole Hollywood world is just devoid of any kind of morality. And that's coming from me.
That's what really, like, rips me apart, that I, but you know, This is America, to quote Childish Gambino, Donald Glover.
What is that voice? What is she doing? Like it comes and it goes. It's like Keanu Reeves' accent in The Devil's Advocate. She's a super Yiddish farmhand woman, and then she's a hip Brooklynite. I don't understand it.
So it's nothing we didn't know, but always a horror to see up front, and I don't know.
You know what? Lead with that next time. That I don't know part. Start with that. My Lost Interest says maybe the flute is still in there. No. That was Tara Reid. No, Allison Hannigan. Allison Hannigan had the flute in her pussy. Natasha Lyonne was the chick who gave Tara Reid the advice on masturbating. That's what it was. Who was she in American Pie? Was she the band nerd? No. That's Allison Hannigan. For all I know, she's all right. That's Natasha Lyonne. She was also in Orange is the New Black, actually. Bapa Shab says, this country has always had insanity. Ladies and gentlemen, Exhibit A. Yeah. Hollywood. The call is coming from inside the house. Oh, boy. Vadam, is she friends with Patrick Melton? They love kids way too much, sounds like. Oof. I mean, recordings are forever. Third World Aristocrat exposing the monster. Go check out the video. Yikes, what a fucking creep. Should almost be on an offender registry for that kind of a thing. But what do you know? This isn't a civilized country anymore. All right, let's go to this guy. Well, here's a good old-fashioned troll for you. This is just a fun little innocent troll. A guy, CPAC was this weekend. CPAC is kind of like Ramadan to me in that it's just a lot of Muslims gathering in a place. No. CPAC is a lot like Ramadan, where every time it comes around, I swear they just had it a month or two ago. Like when they said, oh yeah, Trump was at CPAC this weekend. I'm like, didn't they just fucking have CPAC like the other day? Like apparently the CPAC conference happens once a year. Could have fooled me. Ramadan, same thing. Every time it's Ramadan. Like we have Muslim boxers in our gym. And a lot of them, when Ramadan hits, they have to, we have to spar with them first because they have to leave because by sundown they got to be in and fasting and all of that shit. But every time Ramadan comes around, I'm like, I feel like I'm being tricked. I feel like it's like the my grandma died of excuses. Like, are you sure you didn't pull this one like 6 months ago? Ramadan and CPAC, I can never keep track of. But this guy went to CPAC dressed as an ICE agent, and he let us know that CPAC is not the only place that he wears his ICE immigration jacket. Now, apparently you can find these for like $20 on Amazon. They'll just send them to you. You wear them. But listen to what he likes to do with his ICE jacket.
Do you actually work for ICE?
No, not at all. Nope.
Explain the outfit.
It's $29.99 on Amazon. I would recommend buying a small if you're my size. This one's a little too loose for my liking. But yeah, if you want some entertainment, wear this and go to a Home Depot in a sanctuary city like where I live right now, Washington, D.C., and you'll see all the illegals. Not all of them, but you can maybe see a lot of them start to run away, and you feel like a group fitness instructor. It's really good.
And you actually think...
Fucking asshole. I bet you he does, too. Like, there's some people that say shit like that just because... I bet you he does. I bet you this guy has pulled that. I bet you he's taking his ICE jacket for a run over at Home Depot, and it's scared the shit out of people.
That's funny?
I think it's hilarious. Absolutely. What's not funny is them illegally...
There you have it, everybody. One of the worst people I've seen here at CPAC, and that's saying something.
Oh, so this guy's like a liberal dude, and he's interviewing conservatives at CPAC. Why would you do that to yourself? They just won an election. They've got Doge kicking like crazy. They're getting all their appointees passed in. These guys are there to party. So they're going to fuck with you if you put a microphone in front of your face. Why would you do this to yourself? Again, get offline, go outside, touch grass, because all you're doing right now is making yourself fucking miserable. And for what reason? You're literally going to someone's party, watching them have fun and getting pissed off. You're the meme of going, They don't even know that I'm progressive and their politics are destroying the country. And they're just fucking off having a good time. Oh, what a shitty guy to be. I don't care if you're liberal or conservative. Don't ever be that guy. Don't ever be that guy. No, 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 no. Oh, there you go. McBuster put a great link in the chat. I would recommend watching that for sure. Check out that link. Yeah, McBuster says, side note, Third World Aristocrat said he cut out 6 minutes to make that clip. There's a lot more. Yeah, you'll get people like Soft and others to sweep for him. It's really interesting. Doom Clone says, have you been ring shopping with Slam Piece yet? No, but I did. Doom, you'll like this. I did ask SP. We were on a date this weekend. We went out to a nice dinner. And one of the conversation topics, I was talking about this on the Friday show. I asked her, I go, if you were to get married, I go, what kind of venue do you think? Where did you go? And we just went and we went back and forth on what our ideas were and what we thought. And, I'm thinking that me bringing this up to you guys right now, you're going to take it in the spirit it was meant, and you're not going to go too far with it and shit on me and say, oh, you'll be engaged by Easter or whatever. I'm sure you guys we can have some lighthearted fun with this, and it'll go totally normal places. See, this kind of pisses me off more. I'm going to be honest with you. Doom writes, I'm happy to hear you guys are smitten. See, that fucking annoys me. I would have, this is like 10 years of doing this show and getting used to my fans and my audience, and us busting each other's balls. I don't know what to do with genuine well wishes anymore. When it's just people who have loved you and adored you and gotten up early with you for the last decade, and they still, the first thing like to say is, hey, what's going on, fat tits? You get used to that, and you're like, okay, that's affection. That's them being nice. So when I see a guy like Doom, who has obviously multiple loyalties, and I'm like, all right, I'm ready for Doom. I'm ready. Here we go. I'm ready for Doom to give it to me. What's he got? And he goes, I'm just really happy to hear you guys are smitten. That actually fucks me up more than if he would have said, oh, you fucking queer. Bet you'll be engaged in a month. I'm ready for that. I'm not ready for genuine well wishes. It creeps me out. Aaron, you used to refuse to think about it. Did I? Always been a hopeful guy. Cockdiff says, Aaron sounds like a hopeful bride. My Lost Interest says, guessing the Viking Stadium didn't come up. No, the Viking Stadium did come up. We mentioned it, and we both thought the same thing. The Viking Stadium just is kind of a depressing look. It's kind of like a dark cathedral. I don't know. I didn't like the Vikings wedding thing. McBuster says, we already predicted that due to your intense codependency that you would be married again by the end of 2025. Doomclone says, yeah, Aaron, you should know by now I'm rooting for everyone. No, you're not. You just know that that's what fucks with me, and you do that. You know that I've conquered my trolls. You know that I've defeated my haters by just being able to handle them because it's fucking easy because I have a life. So now you're trying the other thing, which is being super supportive and nice, knowing that as insecure as I am, that's going to fuck with me. I've been saying for years we deserve a better class of troll. They're dumber than we are. They're more gullible than we are. We can set them up real easy. And so you've taken that and like a goddamn supervillain, you're twisting it. You're not being supportive. See what he's done? See how easy that was? See, if somebody comes in and goes, fuck you, Aaron, you're a piece of shit, I hate you. I go, ha, 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 we got you. Doom comes in and he goes, I'm so happy that you're smitten and you two are doing well. It throws me for a fucking loop. I don't know what to do. I don't know how we're going to do the rest of the show now. Doom has genuinely got me. Papa Shop says 250 can night. That's all I'm saying. Hey, listen, man. Cheetos is an ordained wedding guy. There's a word for that. I just fucked it up. But I'm sorry. Doom's got me rattled with his supportive talk. I don't like it. Doom says, no, I'm happy for you. And I think it's going to work out great. Fuck you, you piece of shit. Shut your fucking mouth. You're gay. I fucking hate you. I hope Doom fucking dies. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I just thought it would be funny to go over the top of your niceness. And then, oh, boy. All right, let's go to the phones here.
Call from
Ryan the Garbage Man.
All right, Ryan the Garbage Man, what's up?
I just want to say congratulations. I hope you two are very happy together. And I'm so glad that you found happiness after the ugliness of last year.
Fucking die. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that, Ryan the Garbage Man. I apologize. I just don't know how to be complimented by my audience. I don't know how to respond to that kind of thing. Oh, boy. SP writes, Justice of the Peace, May 13th, 2 birds, baby. Oh, yeah, I could be like Ted Bundy. I get married while she's on the stand, Ted Bundy style. SP writes, you handled that caller so poorly. Did you stop at, Ryan the Garbage Man, did you stop at DJ Bitson on the way home? Oh, geez, he's tall, writes, so you're more comfortable with disparaging comments? Okay, dickhead. You don't mean it. You just don't mean it. Hold on a second.
Call from
Bill.
Who's Bill?
You know, after you started drinking swimmer.
Hello? Oh, he cut out. You cut out and he hung up. Sorry, you didn't. Whatever that was, you've got a shitty phone. Something about after you and then cut out and then he hung up. You know what that was? He was too nervous. He looks at me as an idol. What can you say? Doomclone says marriage number 3, happily ever after. See, now that is a little passive aggressively shitty. That I can deal with. That I can like. That I can handle. I like that. McBuster says Doom is supposedly a woman, according to BYB a few moments ago. They still do a show? Are they into the triple digits yet, or are they still... They probably couldn't even get into the triple digits on fucking Rumble. Again, I will say this. A wolf does not concern himself with the opinion of sheep. McBuster says, depending... Oh, we're not going to talk about that. Vadam with $5 says, I met Matt will be Aaron's best man and Grinch Girl will be SP's maid of honor. No. I haven't even thought about that. Bigot on Socialist Media says, people watch that shit? I don't think so. I don't think they do. Loaded Wrench with $1 says, Aaron with chat. All right, let's check it out.
I'm not great at this Hallmark stuff, but Brennan, when I look at you now, I don't want to kick you in the head quite as much. Thanks, man.
That was beautiful.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's me with the audience. That I can deal with that. That's a compliment I can take. If they said, if they told the truth and they were like, I can't wake up in the morning without you being on because it would really feel like there's a hole in my day. Like I would just yell an F slur at them and I just get uncomfortable. That's all. That's a good point. Hulkamasha Baby says, you're not a wolf without the tattoo. Oh, God damn it. Somebody go get me a gas station t-shirt. I need a model. Oh, boy. All that because Doom said, hey, I'm really happy for you, man. I fucking hate Doom for saying that. Oh, I'm really happy that you two are doing so well. Fuck you. I know what you mean by that. I mean, I need it to be something negative. I need it to be. About 300 of you checking out the toe at the moment. Go ahead and hit like, hit subscribe, hit follow. We appreciate it. Just about into overtime, and 300 of you hung out with us. Sam Show says, and here I thought I knew how to fuck with you. Oh, man, how many people do we have to absolutely murk and destroy and just flick off our shoulder before people realize that the way to get to me is to be nice? I've been doing this longer than anybody. I've been doing this too long. People go like, I fucking hate you. You're shit. I just go, oh. Been getting threats of physical violence for the last 10 years. I'm numb. But when someone says, man, you're really good and I appreciate you and I hope your life goes well, I just want to see them all die in a fire, you know? See, now Doom's starting to get it. He goes, you seem really happy with SP. I'm sure it will last forever. Fuck you, dude. Says you have a glow when you talk about her. Okay, whatever, homo. Hey, you better stop complimenting me. You're going to be late to the dick sucking contest. Be weird that there's a contest, right? And that it's public. Strange. Numero uno, Josh Denny fan says, yes, bring back the hate. No! Anonymous, I am not ovulating. We're not here to start rumors, you stupid bitch. See, now I'm being mean. Now I'm just being really... No, don't applaud that. Now I'm being shitty. Vadam with $2 says Aaron has the Superman S tattoo, Ed, above his penis. LOL, get it? Aaron is like supper man in bed. Vadam, in English next time. Doomclone says, are your and SP's cycles synced up yet? Actually, no, but sometimes I can... no, you fucking lunatic. Oh, boy. I think, you know what? I think we've accomplished a lot. I can just feel that we've come closer together tonight. I feel like we've come a long way as a crew, as an audience, as a show, really, if you think about it. All right, let's where'd my God damn it fucking Rumble chat lately? I lose the Rumble chat. So anybody else having an issue with that? God damn. Doom says, judging by your reaction, today might be the day. Oh, so now I have my period just because you're being nice and I'm being a cunt about it? That's so like you, Doom. All right, let's go to this next one. As you know, I am pro scammer because a scammer cannot work unless there is a dumb asshole fuckhead on the other side of the scam. In order for a scam to be able to take root and be successful, you have to have one of the dumbest motherfuckers in history pick up the phone. So this Las Vegas woman who's charged in a romance scam targeting older men, we'll listen to the story here. We'll get the details of it, but I'm going to start out on her side. Technically, all younger women going for wealthy men is a scam. I mean, it ain't because they like you, you know? So let's find out what she did. I have a question for you. Take a look at her. I mean, how much older are we talking? Because she ain't exactly a spring chicken. You know? Let's go ahead and find out what she did. I'm going to say from the very start, I'm on her side. I want to hear how dumb these guys are to see what they fell for.
The FBI of Las Vegas says that a woman with ties to Nevada is currently imprisoned in Mexico following a deadly romance scam.
This may give you something to think about the next time you're on a dating app. News 3's Tiffany Lane is here in the studio to tell us about this.
I know how you can avoid shit like this when you're on a dating app. When you're just talking to someone and you've never even met them and they start asking for bank accounts and money, tell them to get fucked.
That claims she drugged her victims, who were mostly senior men, and then stole their money.
Okay, that's pretty fucking hardcore. That's a harder one to avoid. How about this? How about if you're a senior citizen and a super hot chick on a dating app goes, oh man, I really want to hang out. Assume they're full of shit.
This is something extremely hard to believe. A wild and horrific story. 43-year-old Aurora.
You think it's hard to believe? A trifling hoe bag took advantage of men? I've got bad news for you. There's a lot more than you think.
Phelps, you see her picture behind me. Now, she's accused of taking advantage of elderly men who were looking for love on dating apps. Phelps, who has homes in Las Vegas and Mexico, is currently behind bars, and the number of victims could increase as the FBI and U.S. Attorney's Office continue to investigate this horrific chain of events.
For a 42-year-old, dude. I mean, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the blame on these senior citizens for that part. For a 42-year-old? Dude.
This is a romance scam on steroids.
The FBI
on steroids? Oh my God. Next you're going to say it's on crack. I love that one. This is such and such on steroids. This is such and such on crack. All right, we got it. It's a bad one.
U.S. Attorney's Office Nevada District sharing a deadly romance scam that seems out of a movie during a news conference on Friday.
What fucking movie are you talking about? It's a romance scam out of a movie. You know that movie where the woman just keeps drugging dudes horrifically and then stealing their shit when they pass out? You know that movie? I have not seen that one. I will say, I'm being kind of a shit. I have a little more empathy for the guys on this one because if you get drugged and knocked out, there's not really much you can do. It's not like a phone scam where they're like, give me your bank account number, and then you fall for that. I mean, this is you having a good time. You go on a date with them, and they slip something in your drink.
I have not seen one like this in recent history that's, as nefarious as, as sinister, and certainly has the, as much of a tragic result as some of the others that we see.
Aurora.
You know what this scam proves further to me? The lengths some women will go to not have to get a job. And so I remember talking with my divorce attorney about that one day. And we were talking about something. And he goes, you know what that proves? I said, what? He goes, some cunts just don't want to get a fucking job. I'm paraphrasing when I say cunt may be the word that I threw in there. He goes, some women just don't want to get a fucking job. That's what that means.
Phelps, a dual citizen of the U.S. and Mexico, is accused of having 11 victims from 2019 and 2022 across the U.S. and Mexico. Authorities say she met older men in their 60s and 70s on several online apps, met them in person, and drugged them using sedatives to take their money.
Once she
You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. You're gonna catch a murder charge one of these days. Giving sedatives to 70-year-olds, their heart already beats 3 times a minute. You're gonna fucking fuck around and kill one of these guys.
Incapacitated her victims, Phelps stole their cars, accessed their bank and brokerage accounts to withdraw cash, used their credit cards to make a variety of purchases, including luxury retail goods and gold, and even attempted to access their social.
Hey, at least she's diversifying. She bought gold, probably necklaces and earrings, but she bought gold. I don't think she called Birch Gold and started a portfolio, but.
Security and retirement accounts.
There is an indictment involving 4 of the victims who are all U.S. citizens.
2 were residents of the state of Nevada when they encountered Phelps and were drugged by her. We believe Phelps kidnapped one of these victims by heavily sedating him and pushing him across the U.S.-Mexico border in a wheelchair.
Oh, my God. Dude, she's awful. This might be like one of the first scammers where I've gone, all right, you know what? This isn't the old guy's fault. I mean, you could argue the thing that the old guys did wrong was they assumed that this 42-year-old was interested in them. But that's about it. After that, I mean, you get drugged. Who sees that coming?
Due to his inebriated state. Phelps then took him to a hotel room in Mexico City where the victim was found dead a few hours later.
Whoa, so she did kill a guy. Whoa.
Oh, buddy!
What?
Wow!
2 of Phelps's other alleged victims were found dead shortly after their encounters with her.
The FBI says the 4th victim in the indictment did survive after waking up from a coma from a large amount of sedatives Phelps gave him over a week time span.
Whether or not
So she was drugging these old dudes and straight up killing them. I thought she was just giving them a mild sedative. They passed out and she went through the cash in their wallet or like made a couple purchases online with their cards. I didn't know she was just straight up trucking these guys to death.
Not she had help, we don't know. It remains an active, ongoing investigation. We're looking to see if there's any accomplices that would be identified.
Now, Phelps has been charged with 21 counts in that superseding indictment. She's currently behind bars in Mexico, and they're waiting to extradite her to the U.S. Now, if convicted, she faces a maximum of life in prison. Authorities believe, there could be other victims in the U.S. and Mexico. They've set up a tip line and website with details for anyone who may have information. We have included those details inside a web story on News3LV.
Well, I mean, damn. I mean, if there are other victims, they're probably dead. I mean, that seems to be her MO. She doesn't seem to leave them breathing very often. Jesus. Billy Bob Norris says Al Pacino definitely fell for a romance scam. I mean, she got a kid. How old is Al? It's like 82. And he had a kid at like 80 years old with that chick. And then they broke up. He has a baby with the chick, and then they break up, and she's taken care of for life. Oh. Yeah, Papa Shab, I was thinking the same thing. This is what Cardi B used to do to guys. Cardi B used to, she brags about it. She talked about how she used to drug guys and, take all their money while they were passed out. I mean, this chick took it to a whole nother level. God damn, man. Grand Poobah, Sedagive. Gene Wilder and Young Frankenstein. You're going to hate this. You're going to really fucking hate this. I've never seen Young Frankenstein. I love Gene Wilder, too. But I've never seen Young Frankenstein. The movie where he and Richard Pryor go to jail. I like that one. I forget what that one's called. It's probably called like Go to Jail. Gene Wilder, Richard Pryor jail movie. Stir Crazy. That's the one I'm thinking of. Stir Crazy is pretty good. SP and I added to the old Netflix list this weekend, and we watched one that people have been telling me great things about it. Really good. It's a few years old, and it's actors I really like, and it just didn't hit for me. Maybe it was because it was nighttime and I was tired. What is it? The Nice Guys. Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling and Kim Basinger. Keith David's in it as well. It wasn't a bad movie, but it was missing something. Like, I was into it, but like while I was into it, I was just kind of like, I just had that feeling. I'm like, this is missing. It's like in third gear, the whole movie. I wasn't a fan. Well, I shouldn't say I wasn't a fan. If someone asked me, hey, Nice Guys, what do you think? I'd be like, it's okay. It's a fine movie, but it couldn't keep my interest the entire night. What was the one? I did put one on my list that I want to check out. It's Bryan Cranston and John Leguizamo, and it's about like hunting down cartels and shit. Doesn't seem too bad. If you've seen it, let me know. We got time for a couple more here in overtime. By the way, thank you to Steven, but thank you to everybody else who contributed tonight. You guys are, $85 into tomorrow night's goal? Holy shit, what a night for the toe. You guys are fantastic. Anonymous says Aaron does watch Lifetime movies. Yeah. In fact, I was talking to SP today, and she's coming over in a little bit. Might already be here. I don't know. Sometimes she's here before the show ends. But we did discuss the possibility of maybe checking out a Lifetime tonight. There was one I watched recently. You guys are going to love it. Thank you for bringing this up, Anonymous. Everybody thank Anonymous for bringing this up. The Lifetime movie that we watched recently was about a woman that, oh God, she had a husband, right? But the husband was fucking a woman that worked for him. And that woman was estranged from her husband. They were separated. And the guy died. Like he was going to stop fucking his coworker and be faithful to his wife. And he wanted to have closure, so he started phone sexting her. But while he was phone sexting her, he was choking himself with a belt, and he fucking died. Otto is right. Dude, Lifetime movies are fucking lit, dude. Don't make fun of me. So the guy died of autoerotic asphyxiation like 5 minutes into the fucking movie. This movie was fucking hardcore. Then right after the boss dies, the husband comes back. They had divorce papers. Neither of them could sign them. So they get back together. They get a cabin out in the woods. Well, the wife of the dead guy who died of autoerotic asphyxiation, his wife finds out. She buys a cabin near the cabin that they bought. The wife doesn't know about the other wife. And the husband certainly doesn't know about the other wife, doesn't even know about her fucking the other guy. We were on a break. So the wife of the dead guy who choked himself while he was texting this chick, it's pretty hardcore, she starts cozying up to the guy while the girl is at work at the cabin. She overloaded her circuit so her power would go out so she could stay at the other guy's cabin in the guest room. And then he came over to her cabin and they smooched. And he's like, oh, God, I can't do this. I'm married and we're trying to fix things. And he's spilling his guts to her. And then she uses that to manipulate the other woman. The other woman kind of goes crazy. The wife of the dead guy drugs the husband. She's going to take him up to the bedroom, tie him up, fuck him, and then kill him. And then frame her for the murder. It's fucking wild. The guy does end up dying. He accidentally gets shot. And then they pin the whole thing on his wife because the other woman covered her tracks by flying to Shreveport for her husband's funeral that day. She then rented a car and drove back to the cabin in the same day to do the whole drugging and shooting thing and then framing the wife. The wife ends up in jail. Fucking insanity, right? It's one of my favorite Lifetime movies of all time. You know, look, man, they're hit or miss. They're hit or miss. Let's see what the audience thinks of this. Bigot on Socialist Media says, sounds like a retard. Cockdiff says, SP needs to rethink her decisions. Fuck you, dude. It's her account that we're watching the Lifetime movies on. She's got a Lifetime movie club pass. I get to watch all the Lifetime movies I want. My favorite one has to be the one about the smart house. A woman gets a smart house and like the guy who monitors the smart houses starts like obsessing over her and starts using the house to like spy on her and like, I think try to fuck her. I can't remember. She's got a black guy at her work that she invites over and they're starting to date or whatever. And the guy running the house locks the black guy in the infrared sauna while she's gone. She's coming back home. He's going to use the sauna while she is at work. And before she can get home, the guy running the house locks the black guy in the sauna and kills him. And then it's a whole thing where she needs to defeat the house and the guy running the company and the whole thing. It's one of my favorites. It's a very, very good one. Bigot on Socialist Media says, if you're choking yourself while jerking off, you deserve to die. I mean, that's a good point. What's wrong with just coming? You know? Sam Show says that plot was retarded, and the fact that you could follow all of that nonsense and retell it to us proves you have Asperger's. Neil Breen is way better at this. Atomic Ray says, you do waste your time when you are not working on a show. I'm not wasting. Do you know how many shows, like how many clips and how many full shows from back in the day that I'm converting to video right now so I can put them up as members only? I'm getting all this done like on the side. All my Lifetime movie watching. You kidding? Von Kaiser says men don't watch Lifetime. Well, how do you explain me, baby? Because I'm all that is man. And I love a good Lifetime flick. Ananalas says, SP, make a noise if you need help. Why would she need help? She's got a man who would watch Lifetime movies with her. You know how fucking lucky she is? It's ridiculous. Those kind of guys don't come along very often. We did mention CPAC earlier. Wait a minute. Doom Clone says, what do you mean you say convert to video? Oh, I'm putting like pictures and stuff with it to make it a video file because I have a large collection in my Google Drive. I'm sure Nick's listened to him, of old clips of the show, like best of clips. When I would go on vacation, we would play best ofs on 101. And I have those segments and we're just converting them over. You know, putting pictures and shit with them, and so there's something to look at while you're watching. Converting those to video to put those up. Sam Show says, if my girl caught me watching Lifetime, she'd put her penis in me. What do you think the best part of watching a Lifetime is? Queer. McBuster, you liked that line, did you? I'm glad somebody caught it. Vadam says, do you still have all of the Twitch shows from back in the day? Those were all F8s. Unfortunately, when we lost our Twitch account, we lost all the videos. Oh, I think I heard her just get in the house. Or a disgruntled hater's here to murder me. Either way, I hope she picked... Hey, baby, if you just got here, could you go upstairs and pick out a really good Lifetime movie? That would be spectacular. I mean, a really good one for tonight. And I don't like those, like, crazy stepmom ones. I don't like I like a good crazy mistress. I like a good stalker one. I like those. I like a good crazy bitch, you know? Just really reminds me of the good old days. Some psycho, mentally ill bitch being a problem, you know? That's what I'd like. No, just find a really good Lifetime. You know? Well, Gordy's happy. Losing his fucking mind. Oh, he's showing his belly. Yeah. Or just sit down with the dog, you know? Don't find a great Lifetime. I'm just kidding. No, by all means, play with the dog first, Lifetime second. I don't know, man. My vibe is like the crazy bitches. Like, I love that one with the wife of the dead guy who choked himself jerking off. That was one of my favorites. Oh, it's just a movie, you know? It's just a movie. You know? I'm white, you know? I'm white. Then the Smart House one is one of my favorites. That was the cooking one. The Chef. Oh, no, Mille Lacs. We were at Mille Lacs when we watched that one. The Chef. I don't remember the Chef one. Oh, the redhead with the... Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good... that was a good Lifetime. Anyway, I'm sorry. I got to get back to you guys. What were we talking about? Hulkamasha Baby says, you like unstable girls. Knock me over with a feather. Look, man, there's something about, you know, just a little, I'm looking for something a little more stable these days. You know, I did my experimentations. It's not good. You know what they call me? Mr. Learn the Hard Way. That's me. Von Kaiser says, starring Meredith Baxter Birney. Now that's a pretty aged reference. Oh, my other favorite Lifetime movie would be the Amish one. That was really good. It was based on a true story. It was this Amish dude who was laying dick all over town. Like whatever goys are to Amish people. The English, that's what they call them, English. He's fucking English broads, right? And he's like getting their money and he's like really like pimping them. And the wife, the Amish wife, is just like this browbeaten chick. She's like hopeless. And she like he hatches a plot to have the fat mistress kill her because he didn't like the fat one very much, but the fat one will do whatever he says. And it turns into this whole investigation, who did it, and everyone ends up going to jail. You know? It was good. That one was based on a true story. So anyway, I think now you guys have got me all excited. Now I'm going to watch a really bomb-ass Lifetime movie. before bed tonight. Vadam says Aaron's favorite Lifetime movie is She's Too Young. No, I would never. That's not for me. That's not my thing at all. How dare you, Vadam? I never thought I would say this. I liked you better when you were being racist. We were talking about CPAC earlier. I'm sorry. This is kind of a hard right turn from Lifetime movies and whatnot. But they had a poll, or a vote, I guess. CPAC attendees cast their vote on who they wanted to be their next president, who would take over after Trump. And J.D. Vance was overwhelmingly their guy. The MAGA crowd seemed to believe that J.D. Vance is the crown prince of MAGA. 61% said they supported Vance as the future leader. Meanwhile, right-wing firebrand Steve Bannon came in second with 12%. Bannon's a little too crazy for me. And he looks like a ghost. Bannon was 5 points ahead of Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who only pulled in the support of 7% of CPAC attendees. I'm happy with like a J.D. Vance Rand Paul ticket next time around. I can't believe that Rand didn't get any votes. Like, he's the most, like, by the book, like, straighten up government, cut spending kind of guy there is. That kind of disappoints me a little bit. Donald Trump Jr. got 2%. Tulsi Gabbard got 2%. Who's Elise Stefanik? I do not know who that is. Boy, they go hard in the paint at that CPAC, man. They got their cult of personality. I don't know. I mean, I think if Trump continues to do well in the polls and 4 years from now, everything's kind of turned around, why not J.D. Vance? I mean, he'll have earned his shot by then. Fat Amish. What the fuck channel are you watching again? Amish fuck in their spare time? No. Atomic Ray. The fat chick was English, which is what they call us. Like just the regular people. They call us the English. The Amish were all very thin. Sam Show says, I haven't heard anyone talking about DeSantis trying to get his wife to take his place. Shit's hilarious. I thought it was the other way around, that his opponent was the wife of some guy, of some like political rival of his. I could be wrong. Maybe I read it wrong. You could be correct, sir. But yeah, DeSantis, people don't talk about DeSantis much anymore at all. Like, I feel like, again, people were talking about how 2028 should be DeSantis's year and that he shouldn't fuck around with 2024 because if Trump beat him, that would kind of ruin the mystique of DeSantis. And I think it was damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because, like, DeSantis was Kid COVID, you know? He was the guy who said, fuck you, Biden, I'm keeping my state open, you know, and Florida did really well under DeSantis during COVID. And then if you wait until 2028, no one's going to give a shit that you were King COVID. Just like people don't give a shit that Trump was Mr. Vaccine back in 2020. You know, nobody cares. Nobody would have cared by 2028 that Ron DeSantis was Kid COVID. Now, on the other part of that, if he runs against Trump and he loses, which he did, that's going to damage him going forward. And, well, it has. So I think he was kind of in a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. Old Ronnie. I think there was a time limit. There was a 15-minute counter on his fame. All right, let's do the Donald Trump, Jimmy Carter thing. I meant to get to this morning, but we just didn't have time for it. This was... You want to talk about sick burns. This was mean. This was really mean. Donald Trump used the memory of Jimmy Carter to throw another shot at Joe Biden. Let's try to find... Yeah, here it is. Here's the clip of Donald Trump talking about Carter.
Sleepy Joe. Got to stay with Crooker. He had one ability that I didn't have. He could do something that I couldn't do. I don't say that because he was a horrible golfer. Remember, he challenged me during the debate to a golf match? He said, I'm a 6 handicap. I said, you're not a 36 handicap. He said he's a 6. And then he said, well, I'm 8. Remember? I said, that was quick. Picked up 2 strokes. He said, no, I'm an 8. But he's...
Dude, I'm really hoping to become an 18 this year. I'm really hoping to become a fucking 18 handicap this year. Knock it down a little bit, you know? Maybe by the time I'm 40, maybe get it down to 15. I can consistently break 100 now, but I've never broken 90. This year, I want this year to be the year that I break 90, and there's just one club that I need that can do it for me, and that's my pitching wedge. Because most of my strokes take place within about 15 yards of the hole. Most of my strokes. Even my putter's gotten pretty good. I can 2-putt just about anything. But boy, can I not fucking chip.
He's not a 36 handicap, but he had one ability that was amazing. He could go with cameras on him, television, fake news on him, probably because he knows they wouldn't cover it badly. You know, they covered him as well as you can cover him. How the hell can you cover the guy well? But he had this incredible ability. He could barely walk in the sand. Somebody thought he looked great in a bathing suit.
You know, Trump really is our first stand-up comic president. I mean, he just gets up there and just roasts people.
And he'd walk in the sand pulling a thing that weighed about 6 ounces. You know those aluminum? See, aluminum's very good. A child, it's meant for children and very old people to lift, right? So he would put it down, and he'd put it down, and he'd fall into it, and he'd immediately fall asleep in front of the media. I could never do that. That's the only thing. That's the only.
Yeah, anybody tell Donald Trump that he beat this guy already? Like, it's over. Like, you can leave him alone now. It's over, man. You crushed him. You fucked him up. He didn't even finish the race. You beat him so bad.
I think I could never do it. No, he was Sleepy Joe, but he was crooked as hell. You know, there's no question. He was a sleepy, crooked guy.
No president has ever described another president as a, quote, sleepy, crooked guy.
Terrible, terrible president. He was the worst president in the history of our country. I don't care. I'll say it.
Franklin Pierce would like to have a word with you, sir.
Jimmy Carter passed away recently, and he passed away a happy man. He was a happy man when he passed away because he said that it's not even close. Joe was the worst, and believe me, I have to clean up the mess. I'm cleaning up the mess, and it is...
Jesus. He even invokes Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter can die happy because he got to watch Joe Biden be a worse president than him. Fuck, that's cold. Jesus, that's cold. His poll numbers are still looking pretty good, too. If we go to 538, like, his numbers are still looking pretty solid. You got to wonder. He's still averaging 48.5. Latest polls out today, 50-47. Oh, boy. RMG research poll, 53% to 44%. And a Harris X poll, 52% to 43%. Those are the newest polls out today. So 52, 53, and 50 are the latest polls. Shit. Donald Trump is doing, he's doing all right so far. I mean, it's very, now this day and age is as divided as we are. It's hard to get over 50, and he's there. All right, guys, we are out of here. Thank you very much for an amazing show. Thank you to Steven. Thank you to Ron. Thank you to Adam. Thank you to Gray Duckling. Thank you to everybody who threw in so much that we have a very small goal to get to tomorrow morning. Once again, the evening show kicking ass. Thank you guys very much. Have a great rest of your night. Sleep easy. We'll see you at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning.